I really think that, getting a solid 3 for 3 on squats, it just really sets a tempo for the rest of your meet. Definitely boosts the confidence.
Beautiful squat from Laura, 95 keys for her on platform 3. Ariana, platform 2, beautiful squat from her as well.
Especially looking like a lot of people opening up around the same weight so far. Seeing a lot of 97.5, a lot of 135.
I mean, that just goes to show how tight the competition is today.
Exactly. We have a lot of competitive lifters out here today. It's a national level meet. Everybody's looking to podium, hopefully. And I mean, this is the best of the best in the college scene for sure.
For sure. I mean, that's why the qualifying total is there, right?
Exactly.
So here's Ava with 120 keys for her.
Very nice.
Looked pretty fast.
LSU's had a good showing here. The earlier session, you could hear them from back here. They're getting really loud. Love to see it. Especially earlier in the morning for that early session. So hopefully they carry up that energy into this session. A lot of A&M lifters as well here today.
So that's one of the big four. We got A&M. What is it? Virginia, I believe, was one of them.
LSU. Midland's another one.
Midland? Oh, yeah. I remember seeing them last year. They were really big showing.
Yeah, in the previous session, we had already broken 5 world records.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of American records being set left and right. Hopefully that carries on into this session as well. Mm-hmm. Some phenomenal lifting earlier today.
Here's Tyler Gold on platform 160 keys from Ohio State.
Repping their custom Ohio State singlets. Very nice. Very smooth opener from him. Seen a lot more diversity in the knee sleeve game, especially this year. It seems like a lot more people rocking the A7 rigor mortises.
Yeah.
As opposed to only Inzer, which was pretty dominated last year's.
I've heard great things about the A7s, to be honest. Yeah. Most of my friends wear them, and they've hit some crazy PRs with them, so I'm kind of inclined to buy a pair myself right now.
Platform 2, we got Tyler from Georgia Tech. Local lifter here, especially in Atlanta. Opening at 100 kilos.
Kylie on platform 3, 105 kilos for her as her opener. Small issue from Megan on platform 4. That was resolved very quickly. Here's Gabriel, 137.5 keys for him on his opener. The Helix knee sleeves. That's the first I've seen him on platform today.
Very, very interesting.
Solid squat from Alessandra on platform 2.
Really quick squat from Gabriel. Another big knee sleeve. We got the Stoics on platform 3. Bella with a 105 opener, very smooth. Also noticed she got a little bit higher bar positioning on the squat.
Some of that John Hack high bar.
Very. So for those at home, there's 2 main bar positioning that people use when squatting. So you got the low bar squat and the high bar squat. So a good example of a high bar right here on platform 4 for those watching. Victoria with 127.5. It's a little bit more of your conventional squat technique, but then there's also a low bar squat in which you rest the bar more on your back instead of your traps. So you'll see that a lot today.
Here's Estelle, 102.5 keys for her on platform 2.
Very solid opener. From Houston, another Texas school. Hunter Anderson with a 140 kilo opener on platform 1, very fast. Another variation y'all see at home is the difference. A lot of people favor the lever belts But there's also a good amount of people who still rock with the classic prong belts.
Yeah, I've heard arguments for both. The lever is just for convenience.
For
it's
sure.
So it's easier, it's faster. But with the prong, just get that right amount of tightness.
Exactly.
For your abdominal pressure.
It's a big thing about powerlifting. Everybody's techniques are different. Everybody's equipment's different. You know, it's very personalized. A lot of the stuff you see on the platform, even down to like the rituals that people have. So it's very interesting to watch. Seeing all these lifters.
Sure. Here's Phoebe on platform 2 coming up. Solid walkout from her in a nice and deep squat. Now, there isn't just one platform out here today. There are 4 platforms. Platform 4 is going to be a mix of equipped and raw lifters, but platform 1, 2, and 3. Platform 1 will be specifically the 60 kilo male lifters, while platforms 2 and 3 will be the 56 kilo female lifters. Now, don't worry. You'll see, just like on Madison squat, there's going to be a little bit of knee caving, but a solid squat nonetheless.
Yeah, for many of these lifters here, these openers are just to get a number down. So going into the seconds and then the thirds, you're going to see some pretty big lifts, especially from these lighter lifters. It's also good to note that a lot of these lifters are squatting like 2 to 3 times body weight. So although the numbers may not sound insanely high to y'all at home, just put it in perspective that those are some very big totals that these individuals are squatting right now.
Olivia on platform 4 with a nice controlled descent on her. See how the judges fare it. 2 out of 3 white lights.
That's all you need. You just need the 2. Today we also have, you can get live feedback from the judges on any overturned calls. They have mics on them, so anytime there's one light and a handler decides to challenge the call, you can get feedback on if it gets overturned and see why they decided to overturn it, which is going to be really cool to know.
And that's actually something that can only happen at national level meets. So at your state or local meet, whatever they call is just whatever they call. Ryan with a speedy first attempt, 140 keys on platform 2. 3 white lights. Now, something to note today, I've seen the judging's pretty harsh.
Yeah, but I feel like it's been pretty fair, especially from session 1. They're definitely not letting people away with the depth calls. They're definitely very consistent. They're sticking true to that, you know, hip crease below 90.
Love to see that.
Once again, just to start it off, shout out to all the spotters and loaders today. This doesn't happen without them. Keep everybody safe. We had some, they did a really good job in the earlier session, so
True
love to
heroes
see
for
that.
today.
Exactly.
Platform 2 already going on with second attempts with Emma Selby missing her second attempt. It's all right.
She
Has
took
one more
a
try at
5
95
kilo
keys.
jump.
Christopher Shaw on platform 1, another local Georgia lifter.
Georgia
Come
Southern.
out for his first attempt at 147.5.
So we are already over the 300-pound mark on platform 1 on squats. Same with platform 4. We are also over the 300-pound mark.
Adelie Hermiller getting set on platform 2, her second attempt, 95 keys.
Very solid squat. We'll see what the judges say. 2 reds. I'm gonna think that was on depth. Looked a little high, maybe.
Kaylee, after missing her first attempt, makes light work
Very
of her
smooth.
second. Oh, judges see it. 3 white lights. Welcome to the board, Kaylee.
Christopher with a very smooth opener. 2 white lights from the judges.
A little bit of a mishap on Linda.
Great catch by the spotters. Hope she's all right. A little slow getting out.
Hopefully Linda's okay on platform 4. They're unwrapping her gear wraps. Here's platform 3, Anna on her second attempt, 95 keys.
Very solid squat. We have Rose on platform 2, going up 10 kilos after missing her opener. We'll see. Very smooth squat.
That takes confidence.
For sure, for sure.
Guts too.
That's trust in your handler though, and your coach. Seen a lot of female lifters today rocking that pink A7 singlet. So
it's a solid look, to be honest.
Shout out to the sponsor, A7. They definitely have some of the best colorways, in my opinion, when it comes to the singlet game. They have, like, as you can see on platform 2, just the plain all black, but they also have a lot of unique colors that you don't see a lot of other brands putting out.
Here's Laura on platform 3, 102.5 keys for her second attempt. Nice and steady walk out. Moving as a second attempt should. Same with Miranda, 102.5 keys. 3 white lights for both of them, platform 2 and 3. Aiden with a quick squat on platform 1. Lincoln, you'll miss it.
Moving into seconds, it looks like on platform 2 and 3 now. 1 and 4 are still on openers, but we got a pretty big opener on platform 4 at 180 kg.
That is crazy.
For a 56. Very impressive.
Solid squat from Ariana of her second attempt. Judges say 3 white lights, couldn't agree more.
Now for those back home, these numbers of these equipped lifters are still very insane. Equipped does not add as much as you think. A lot of these lifters are still insanely strong.
Definitely takes strength for all this.
Exactly. All of these lifters here today are the best of the best in the collegiate scene. What you notice though, typically with these equipped lifters, is a lot slower descents on their lifts, but out of the hole or off the chest on benches is typically very fast. Very speedy opener for Griselda on platform 4. Makes easy work of 180 keys.
Chloe, 107.5 keys for her on platform 3 on her second attempt. A bit of a fight.
Very good finish though. See what the judges say. 3 white lights for Chloe. Now on platform 1, Kyle has decided to go up 5 keys after missing his opener. So this hopefully will get him on the board.
Now watching his first attempt, it moved really fast. So hopefully his second attempt moves the same way. Same with Alessandra. No qualms about her squats on her second attempt, 107.5 keys.
As you can hear from back here, an LSU lifter is up on platform 4. The Raging Cajuns sure know how to show love to their lifters. We have Madeline with 97.5 keys on platform 4 for her second attempt.
Loving the school spirit out here.
Kyle with a very solid squat. Should get him on the board. 2 reds. So he's still chasing that opening squat.
It's going to be a death call on the sides.
Now, if you do not hit one of your lifts, if you go 0 for 3 in the squat event, you are a guest lifter. Your total no longer counts, and that can be significant if you are if you're looking for team placement or if you're looking for even in your individual placement, obviously. So it's very crucial that you get one of these lifts in, because for a team, if you place first, you get 12 points. If you get second, I believe it's 10, and then 8 for third place.
Wow.
So in terms of placing, you cannot miss a lift.
Estelle with a solid lift.
And a little bit more on the team scoring. The top 7 totals, or top 7 placements of each team's overall weight classes. So the top 7 best lifters from each school, that's what goes towards your total team, or your team score total. I think we have a couple of scores already. I'm not sure who's in the lead right now, but there are some teams already with some very impressive team scores.
We have Tanner up next on platform 1, 142.5 keys. And then right after Tanner, we have Shreyas, a local lifter from Georgia Tech. Platform 4, Jasmine walking out with 120 keys on her back. A little bit of a grinder for Tanner, but 3 white lights nonetheless.
Very easy squat for Jasmine on platform 4. 3 white lights from the judges.
Here's Bella on platform 3, 112.5 keys.
Very easy squat for her. Next up, we got Shreyas on platform 1. His handler, previous fellow commentator on the earlier session, Yuvraj in the background there.
Had to step away, take care of business.
Shreyas very locked in. 10-kilo jump going into his second. Another Raging Cajun lifter. You can hear him in the background. Repeating her opener at 120 on platform 4.
A 10-kilo jump from Manami on platform 2. Bit of a grinder, still makes it up.
Ava is now on the board with her second.
Go Ava.
It's always good to see these lifters get on the board with that first squat. Definitely takes off a little bit of the stress for the rest of the session.
Oh yeah.
Shreyas walking out with 145. Good depth.
A deep squat from
Good
Shreyas.
speed out of the hole. That's a very money squat, you know. Some may say he works at Goldman. Can't tell if that's accurate or not.
Oh.
Some
Good
grinds
catch from
on
the
2 and
spotters
4.
on platform 4.
Exactly. Always shout out the spotters. Big squat by Madeline on platform 3. 7.5 kilo jump.
3 white lights. Richard up next, platform 1, 145 keys for him. And then Phoebe stepping out for 110. Madison, 112.5 keys on platform 2. Megan re-attempting 125 keys. Hopefully she gets it this time, platform 4.
Go to the Louisiana lifter. That looks good. We'll see what the judges say. And Megan is on the board now.
Here's Saul with 147.5 keys, a 5-kilo jump on platform 1. And then Margarita on platform 2, 112.5 keys for her. Fight. Let's go, Saul. Bit of a grinder for him. 2 white lights. And then 3 white lights on platform 2. Here's Elizabeth, 120 keys. Platform 3 makes it look easy. Clapping with her handler. Let him know. Load it up. Tyler on platform 2 from Georgia Tech. 115 keys. And then here's Ebro on platform 1, 147.5 keys for him. deep squat from Amanda on platform 4. And a quick squat from Emily on platform 3. Texas A&M with quite a showing today. Now, I don't know if you noticed on platform 4, but there was a timer on the bottom right. The lifters have a minute until the referees give them a squat command. If they don't make the time limit, then no, it does not count.
Yeah, now's a good time. For those of you at home who are unfamiliar with powerlifting, when you start squatting, you get a start command once you have your knees locked and the bar is motionless on your back. And then that's your cue to start squatting. And then after that, once you finish at the top, you'll get a rack command. And then that's when you're allowed to walk the bar. And if you jump any of those commands, it is a no lift regardless of if you move the weight or not. So there's not only the weight, there's also the rules you got to follow in order to have a successful lift. So hopefully nobody misses a lift due to technicalities today. That's always the worst.
Here's Colton walking out, platform 1. Squat. The squat unfortunately doesn't count for Victoria on platform 4. Natalie retaking that 95P attempt. Hopefully she gets it this time.
So we have already moved to thirds on platform 2. We've also moved on to our thirds on the platform 3 with Anna. Natalie looking for that 95 kilogram squat though. Looks good on platform 2, looks good on platform 3. We'll see what the judges say. Natalie gets 3 white lights. Anna also gets 3 white lights. Great lifts by the both of them. We have Kaylee on platform 3 with a pretty big jump. I think that is a 17-pound or 17-kilo jump.
That's a little crazy, but
She did miss her first, but she hit the second. So
I mean that second one flew. I'll give it to her.
Her handler is very confident, and that was probably their originally planned third attempt.
Here are the school rankings with the raw men's. Midland in first with 16 points. University of Texas in second place with 12 points. McKendree University at 10 points, and Texas A&M with 9 points.
So pretty tight battle. I mean, the names are not shocking, I don't think, to any of us. Same with the women. You're seeing the common names. University of Texas with 25 points. Very dominant right now. They let their presence be known.
An outstanding lead of 12 points, but tight competition for second and third.
With Midland, UC Irvine, Texas, and Concordia. So you're seeing the same 3 names: University Texas, and then you're seeing A&M, and you're seeing Midland. So they got a lot of lifters, and they got a lot of good lifters.
Here's Rose, 110 keys for her on platform 2.
10-kilo jump. Makes easy work of 110.
That is too easy of a third attempt, if you ask me. Here's Hakeem, 157.5 keys for him on platform 1. Beautiful fight.
Very solid squat.
Some bounce at the top. solid squat from Olivia, 150 keys. Judges give 3 white lights.
So it looks like Kaylee has decided not to come out for that third attempt squat. Real classy move. So on your third, you can technically scratch, or you can load a weight and then just let it run out. So basically, you're just going to take that minute and give that time to your fellow lifters, give them an extra break. Real classy move. Just let the clock run out.
A no lift from Phoebe on platform 2.
We have Bethany on platform 4 with a 10-kilo jump to 155 kilos. So that is about 350 pounds. 340.
341.
Yeah. Very impressive squat.
Here's Katie, 112.5 keys. No knee
No
sleeves.
knee sleeves. You don't see that every day, but some people just prefer it. You know, knee sleeves help some people and don't help others.
Here's Aiden walking out, 160 keys on platform
Pretty big
1.
jump, 12.5 kilo jump for Aiden on platform 1. Makes easy work of 160 though.
Oh my.
That was quite a squat.
Expecting something exciting from Aiden.
Jacob on platform 1 has decided to go up 5 keys after missing his opener at 160.
Solid squat from Ariana on platform 2, making light work of 112.5 keys for her third attempt.
This squat session is definitely moving. We are on third attempts.
Have you tried knee wraps before?
I have not. I have never tried any form of equipped lifting. I have benched with a slingshot before, but it certainly looks a lot harder than than regular lifting. It's definitely a lot more slow and controlled, and I've seen people put knee wraps on, and I don't think I would ever try to attempt that.
I've tried it once, and listen, props to all the equipped lifters out there. You're definitely fighting against that rep, but even then, the first fight is fighting against the rep. The second fight is getting the weight up.
Exactly. A lot of these equipped lifters are phenomenal lifters, and all props to them for being able to go against the grain and participate in equipped lifting. You know, they put up some crazy numbers, that's for sure. Some very cool totals. You see some big numbers get thrown around.
Ooh.
Great catch by the spotters on platform 1.
Miss from play. All right.
So typically, what's your mindset going into your third attempt squat, regardless of how your previous 2 attempts go? What's the mindset going into that third attempt squat?
Some very violent thoughts. It's a dog eat dog world. I'll say that.
Exactly.
Right. When I step onto the platform for that third attempt, all I can think about is, well, what's to come, what's next. But I think for my first meet back in December, I definitely thought about what was next, or the goal, the end goal.
Gotcha.
The end goal was definitely CNETs here, but you can see it.
It is what it is.
So with CNETs, you do need a qualifying total for each individual weight class. I believe it is going to be 430 dots across the board. I know for sure, because it's a number that haunts my mind for the 82s, 610 keys. But it takes a lot, definitely.
It's no walk in the park to get here. All of these lifters are phenomenal lifters that have definitely reached some of the peaks of strength, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's no easy feat to get here. A lot of these lifters have put in hours and hours of training time, and obviously they have to compete. They have to show out at a local meet. And yeah, even for me, the CNATS total will haunt me. But there's 2 ways you can get here. If you're participating through your college, you can. It's a little bit lower of a total, and then there's the infamous lone wolf totals that are some beasts. If you're a lone wolf competing at CNATS, you're looking pretty good to podium or take home the title, just because those totals are up there. Yeah. So going back on that, the lone wolf total is essentially if you are going to compete unaffiliated from your college, and it basically is a little bit higher of a total, and it doesn't guarantee you a spot at CNATS even if you hit it. Yep. So the easiest way to get to CNATS is to go through your college. They're allowed 2 roster spots per weight class, and you're guaranteed to get a spot. If you're a lone wolf, it's a little bit harder of a total, but you're going to have to wait until after all the CNAT spots are filled, and if there's any remaining room, then you're allowed to join as a lone wolf. So, but typically those lone wolves typically people don't compete at CNATs as a lone wolf.
Yeah. A lot of people coming out say will be affiliated with their college. I can say for sure, the competition is definitely heavy. I know for my school alone, we had about 3 or 4 90-kilo lifters, and it was a competition till the end, on and off the platform, that is.
Big squat on platform 1 for Shreyas.
Come on, Shreyas, grind it. Come on.
You love to see it. Let's see what the judges say. That was a 5-kilo jump, over 300 pounds, and he gets 3 white lights. The showmanship at the end there. Gotta love it for a local lifter. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Ben? Give the stream a little information about you.
So, I'm one of the local Georgia lifters, from Georgia State. 82 and a half. You know, unfortunately, didn't meet the CNATS quality, but it's all right. My other favorite part is being here, you know, watching these crazy lifts, seeing these crazy moments. I know when I was waiting out in the lobby, just emotions was going through. You know, I'm seeing parents get pep talks with their athletes and their kids. But at the same time, I'm seeing ecstatic smiles and faces, and everyone that's just basically glad that the war's over, the battle's over.
Yeah, I agree for sure. The energy, you can feel it from back here. We can certainly hear it. Everybody's electric. Everybody's getting hype. You can hear those rattles going off anytime LSU lifters stepping on platform. The Raging Cajuns, as I've been saying.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite fan bases, and I can't even see them, but I can hear them out
but
here.
Yeah, you can hear them, and I think that's what really matters.
Exactly, and it's great that everybody's cheering for everybody. It doesn't matter what platform you're on today, somebody's cheering for you, and if they're not, either way, cheering is cheering.
Yeah.
Motivation's motivation. So it's definitely a very electric atmosphere that differs from a local meet.
Of course.
You know, some of these local meets, especially those earlier sessions, not a lot of people are coming. It's just family, friends. Here, it's filled to the brim with students, college students your age, people who want to get hype, who are excited. So the energy here is definitely a lot more electric than your standard local meet. I mean, this conference center is huge, and we're like about 150 feet away from the platforms, and we can still hear just people going wild.
Crowd, even commentators on the mics, everything.
So just being on the platform is probably just even more intense and very exciting. Get the adrenaline pumping.
Of course.
So we're working through these third attempt squats. We've moved as the second flight in platform 2. We have Mia on platform 4. She's still looking to get on the board. She did take a 5-kilo jump after missing her opener and missed her second. So this is to keep her in the running and to make sure that she can still secure a total here today.
Come on, Mia.
It looks good. Wait for the commands. Let's see what the judges say.
3 white lights. She's finally back.
She's fired up, as she should be.
Here's Gabriel for a beautiful third attempt.
Looking to extend his total. And he has hit. So he's going to continue extending his total. Let's see if he can carry that momentum up into the bench. Elizabeth with a huge 2.5 kilo increase on her squat. And she moves forward in the rankings.
Kayla with a beautiful opener on her first attempt. Making that thing fly, even with high bar.
Pretty sizable jump on platform 4 for Amanda. Looks like a 7.5 kilo jump. Pretty interesting, taking a bigger jump into the third than into the second. She's also making sure to use all of her clock time. So she does need to start this squat before, actually I don't think she's gonna make it.
Yeah.
So she has timed out, so she will miss her third attempt squat.
That is first time out of the session, actually.
Yeah, that 7.5 kilos may come back to hurt a little bit. On platform 4, Victoria is retaking 135 kilos. She missed it on her second.
We have a grinder from Lyra on platform 3. And a great squat from her. Here's Cole, ending off on a good note, 157.5 keys for him on platform 1. Let's see if he gets it. And a nice controlled descent from Mariah on platform 2. So I can say for certain, you see everyone fired up here, you know, and all you can think about is, well, how did their training, how did their meet prep go? And, you know, everyone has different coaching styles, you know, different mindsets, different mentalities. But starting off with the schools are actually, these are all clubs, powerlifting clubs. And they hold practices, and most of these practices are held at either private gyms or at the school, where the school will host a room and have plates for them. For Georgia State specifically, we've partnered with DNA Strength out in the Chambly-Dorville area. A great gym. They also host a number of other colleges as well, such as Kennesaw State and Georgia Tech, or is it
yeah,
Georgia Tech?
there's some good amount of GT lifters that go to DNA, but yeah, the other gym more in the Ackworth area for those familiar with Georgia. That's where Trueborn is. That's the other local powerlifting gym here. They hosted states, or they helped host states here in Georgia, which a lot of lifters competed into, at least the Georgia lifters, to get to this CNETS meet.
Back to school practices. I don't know how your school practices were.
Spotters on platform 3. Sorry.
Our school practices were pretty chill, but I think it was a great time for all the lifters to get together and like have a coordinated time to lift together, because a lot of us were very busy and have like tight schedules. So on Saturdays,
exactly, yeah,
that's where everyone comes in, and then I think team practice is one thing, but team dinners.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
What do you guys usually get over at Tech?
Well, we've become a little bit divided, so not everybody really goes to team practices currently, but for the most part, typically we do the team lunch, just because a lot of us, because we train on Sunday. Our team practices are on Sunday, so we don't really have that dinner opportunity, because Monday's the school day, obviously, for a lot of us, depending on your schedule. So we typically are, we like big kava enjoyers.
Big kava enjoyers.
Kava, right. Chipotle is another one. Blaze gets a lot of love.
I was going to say Chipotle. My team specifically, we love Chipotle.
For sure.
You know, I'm starting to get a little tired of it. I'll admit it. You know, but another one is Korean barbecue. If you know, everyone has the calories for it.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's definitely a big part of lifting is just eating and hanging out. That's a great part of the powerlifting community as a whole. There's a lot of lifting involved, but the outer circle bonds you make with these people, especially on your team, or even if you're on like not in a college team, just your powerlifting team in general, those bonds are very, very, very strong.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing I wanted to tap into, since we're on the topic of food, nutrition. Some people are on very strict nutrition plans, you know, to make a certain weight or to bulk up during the off season.
Yeah, for sure.
I can say for sure, I'm on the heavier side right now, so a little deep in the cut, but it's all right.
Got you. Yeah, no, for sure. Let's talk a little bit about that. A lot of these lifters are coming in and they're cutting weight. So cutting a weight class is definitely a challenge for some people, especially these lighter lifters. That's a huge percentage of their overall weight. So somebody that's a little heavier, like somebody like me who's a 90 kg, a 4 to 5 pound cut is not that significant in my overall percentage of body weight. But when you get to these lighter lifters, like these 60, 56s, that's a lot of weight. That's a big percentage for them to water cut. So speaking of water cutting, that's one of the most popular methods, right? The water cut.
Oh yeah, of course. The water cut. There's also Jolly Ranchers spitting in a cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
The gut cut has become pretty big.
Gut cut?
I know a lot of people are fans of the gut cut.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the ice cream part.
The ice cream part? Yeah.
The ice cream part.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ways to cut, but cutting definitely impacts your lift. So you have to look at that. So the good handlers and good coaches will adjust for your change in body weight. Because typically, let's be honest, most of us sit a little bit above our actual weight class. There's very few people who actually eat into their weight class. But yeah, for sure. Weight definitely impacts your lifts. I'd say, in my opinion, I think the bench takes the biggest hit. I do think the squat gets hit by not having food. Me personally, I can't squat on an empty stomach or with not a lot of food in me. I just can't get out of the hole as strong. Right now, we're still on these third attempts on platform 1 and 4. Aiden with a 5 increase with a 165 kilo squat.
A bit of a grind for him.
Good save by the spotters. Good attempt.
Unfortunate to see.
So miss on platform 1 and platform 4.
Here's Karen stepping out, 102.5 keys for her on platform 2.
So we have retakes on platform 1 and platform 4. They're looking to extend their totals. We have 167.5 by Clay on platform 1 and Aaliyah taking 172.5 on platform 4. Both looking to extend their totals.
Beautiful squat from Kay on platform 3. Making light work of her attempt. Let's go, Aaliyah. Deep squat from her. Let's see how the judges fared. 2 out of 3. Good lift. We do have an American equipped college squat record up next. 193 keys.
We are going to be getting used to saying that a lot. In the last session, there were many American records. I am looking forward to seeing more in this session. Always hyped to see these American records, especially from these young athletes.
For sure, for sure. And a crazy squat from Jacob on platform 1.
A 10-kilo jump.
75 keys.
Especially on a squat, a 10-kilo jump is no slouch. For those back at home, that's about a 20-pound increase.
Roughly.
Yeah, so that's double what he jumped on his second, going into his second attempt. Definitely got that lower bar positioning that we were talking about earlier. Also, very interesting knee sleeve color. I'm a fan, though.
Yeah, me too, me too.
And a big squat. Oh, good catch by the spotters. Big squat by Tommy on platform 2. Griselda with the American record attempt. 3-kilo jump, so you are allowed to, the minimum you can chip a American record by is 2.5. But if it's a world record, you're allowed to chip by less.
Wow.
So she is currently going for that plus 3 kilos.
Come on, Griselda.
Makes easy work of 193 keys. That is almost a 200 key subtotal.
Are American records supposed to look this easy?
I don't think so, but that could have been a second.
Okay. Here's Kayla, 90 keys for her second attempt.
7.5-kilo jump. Good grind halfway there. Good rep.
She looks proud with that one.
We have a pretty big opener on platform 3 by Teresa, 125 keys. We have one of those we have a Midland lifter on platform 1 and platform 3. These are both teams in the running currently. I think they're both top 4 in men and women's currently in the team ranking. So they'll be looking to hopefully extend their team's leads and also podium for themselves. Oh, good catch by the spotters on platform 1. A little bit of a mishap at the bottom of the squat there. Looks like he's okay though.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Walked out unscathed. Here's my platform 327.5 keys for her opener. And then you'll see this common combination of equipment: the SBD singlet, SBD belt, with the
Injured knee sleeves. Yeah. The injured knee sleeve is still pretty much the dominant stiff knee sleeve, but there have been a very solid amount of A7 rigor mortis sleeves today. I will say. Some people still opt for the less stiff knee sleeve. Me myself included. I enjoy the Stoics.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the super stiff. I had rigor mortises for a while, but they just didn't really work for me. I have a bit of a slower squat.
Gotta fight more of that resistance.
Yeah.
Here's Mia, 130 keys with her.
Rocking the A7 singlet. Once again, one of those more unique colors.
I've actually haven't seen that red.
Me neither. I've been seeing a lot of the white, the pink, the all black, the pink. The pink seems really popular.
Have you seen the orange yet?
I have not seen the
orange or the neon.
Or the
neon green.
I'm a big fan of the neon green. I also like the all black is really nice. I see a lot of people wearing those.
Here's Karen getting set on platform 3, 130 keys.
That's another school looking to increase team points. UC Irvine. I think they were 3rd, I believe, for the women's. So as you're noticing a theme, a lot of these schools that are ranking high have a high volume of lifters competing in both the men's and women's divisions. Surprised not seeing any LSU yet. They're definitely probably going to be looking to get their team points up.
For sure. But that's probably going to be later into this weekend, right?
Probably.
So we got plenty to see. Today's only day 1 out of 4. Ray getting set with his squad.
We have Rivka on platform 3. I think she is currently the favorite to win as of right now. We have projected total to win the 56, so she is a lifter to look out for sure, with a very big opener of 137.5. So we are over 300 pounds.
Over the 300-pound mark with just an opener.
Let's see how she moves this. Like the bar. Phenomenal squat right there. And the judges
We're on the
approve.
second attempt on platform 2 with Jenny, 102.5 keys for her.
On platform 3, we have Vicky. She is projected 2nd, not by much though. It's going to be a very close battle between the two. They're forecasted at about 7.5 kilos apart. But as lifting goes, you never know. You never know what they're going to total. So the battle to watch is definitely going to be between Vicky and Rivka.
Right, of course.
Only a couple kilos separating these two lifters on platform 3. Good squat for Vicky. That puts her at, I believe, 12.5 kilos over Rivka currently. But as we'll see how the lifting goes.
For those of you who don't know, we are currently stationed out in College Park at the Georgia International Convention Center. For record, is the biggest USAPL
warm-up room.
Warm-up room. That's what it is. Sorry, can't count my tongue.
And in addition to everything, all the equipment that we're using today is Texas Strength Systems. Very nice. Additionally, we're right outside of Hartsfield-Jackson Airport.
Oh yeah.
So for our traveling lifters, very convenient. You know, if you want to fly in day of, I guess, and then just leave, we're right by Hartsfield.
Oh yeah.
One of the biggest international airports.
No, the drive over here, I thought I was flying.
Yeah.
I thought I was flying out.
Went through the domestic route and everything. Some more openers on platform 1 and platform 4. We have Alex Tran with 165. Very solid.
Great squat from him. Judges think so too.
Have you ever had to travel for a meet? How does travel impact your lifting if you've had to travel for one?
Me, I haven't had to travel specifically,
Gotcha.
but I know a couple of people who have had to go out of state. But for their out of state adventures, some of them didn't go too far, but others went all the way to, I believe, Ohio.
Oh wow!
Is that where Arnold was? So, but yeah, some people, they try to beat the jet lag and try to come in a week early. I know that's what USAPL Pro Keenan Lee does. Especially since he's coming in all the way from Korea. But yeah, but for some of these people, they like to pack meals ahead of time because, especially when you fly in, the food or a key into like nutrition, not everything's gonna be set for you, so you just have to be ready for those kind of factors.
Yeah, for sure. The only experience I've had traveling is I drove though to from Atlanta to Tampa.
Tampa?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Or no, not Tampa, my bad. Tallahassee, sorry.
Tallahassee. Oh, okay.
Right outside FSU.
Yeah.
For a meet. So that was like a 7.5 hour drive. But I will attest that travel does impact your lifting, especially when you're the one driving. But yeah, so it's really cool to see all these athletes be able to fly. Most of them coming from the Midwest and the West Coast, it looks. And still be able to come out here and compete on the stage. So I wonder how flying would impact lifting. Hopefully one day. Next year.
Next year, yeah, for the both of us.
For CNATs.
Here's Karen, 110 keys on her back, making it look real easy.
Got a more aggressive low bar positioning.
Some people would attest to the French low bar.
Yeah.
Great squat from Juan.
So we're moving into the thirds on platform 2. Still on our seconds on 3. Very good squat by Sophia. Making the 10 kilo jump.
Oh, was that the gray or the black A7? I forget.
I wasn't seeing.
There's John, 170 keys for him as his opener.
Very slow descent on platform 4 for Josanna. Good grab by the spotters. So she missed her opener, so she'll still be looking to get on the board in the future. Well, very good grind by Alicia on platform 2. 7.5 kilo jump. 2 white lights, that's all that matters. Easy opener by John on platform 1 of 170 keys.
Here's Kay with the 122.5 keys. Honestly, look like an opener. Are you a heel or a flat lifter?
Personally, I'm a flat squatter. I've never tried squatting in heels, but I've never had a reason to. So,
right.
Although I have longer femurs, I'm still able to hit depth all right with the flat shoes. I know a lot of people with longer femurs tend to like the heeled shoe to get a little bit more depth on the squat, make it a little bit easier on them.
That just means you got great ankle mobility.
Thank you. I try.
I don't. I am a high or a heel lifter myself, but I'm also pretty technical with it too.
Oh, we had a re-rack on platform 1. Not sure what happened on that. Going for a beltless squat though, very, very interesting. That's more uncommon. I feel like it's more common to see a sleeveless squat
sleeveless
than a
for
beltless
sure,
squat.
first.
But if you have a really good brace, you don't really need a belt.
That's
the
true.
belt's just a tool to help you.
I know Nick Manders, he's one to definitely go for the beltless deadlift.
For sure.
We might see a couple of those today. That was a good lift from Loretto on platform 1. With Daniel walking out next, 175 keys for him. The grinder from Geraldine.
On platform 4. Coming up next, we have Stephanie on platform 4, currently projected to be in 3rd place. But it looks like she is currently projected to be tied with Alexis McCarthy. So she's going to be a lifter to watch for sure on platform 4 coming up. Another Midland lifter, so hopefully they're going to be looking to add more points to their team total.
Here's
Opening
Megan, getting under the
174.
bar, 127.5 keys, a 5 kilo jump from her previous. Hopefully moves just as easy as the first.
Solid walkout by Stephanie for her opener at 175. Oh, good grab by the spotters. So she'll still be looking to get on the board. Up next, we have Amanda O'Brien, who is currently projected to be in 2nd place. However, she is only going to be in 2nd by 5 kilos. So that's going to be another battle to watch on platform 4 for the equipped women's 60 kg.
It's definitely going to be a tight battle so far today.
5 kilos is not a lot, especially on meet day. A lot can happen. Additionally, Alexis and Stephanie are projected to be tied for the battle for 3rd and 4th place. So intense battles in the equipped women's 60s to look for between those 4 extending lifters. Amanda getting ready to hit her opener at 190 keys. That is almost 440 pounds for those at home.
Crazy.
Really good lift for Amanda. Really strong. Alexis is next up. She's projected for 4th. Another lifter to look out for.
And a good lift from Teresa on platform 3. Great squat from her.
Some exciting squats so far. Some very big squats
sure.
from everybody. Very strong squats. Some very close competition. It just goes to show how competitive these lighter weight classes are. So for the equipped men, we have Midland in 1st, Blue Mountain in 2nd, and Texas A&M in 3rd. University of Texas, and then the other University of Texas. So 3 Texas schools for the equipped men's. In our previous session, I can tell you, Blue Mountain Christian had some impressive lifts.
Really?
Same with Midland. And for the equipped women, Midland with a 6-point lead over Blue Mountain Christian. I don't know if we have any Blue Mountain Christian women in this session, but
there were a couple.
Okay.
I've seen them.
And then the University of Texas is trailing by 13. So pretty dominant between Midland and Blue Mountain. Midland definitely has some competitive equipped women lifters in the 60. Yeah. This is only day 1, guys. So for those back home, there is still a lot of competition. This goes on until Sunday, correct?
Yeah, that is true.
So a lot of ground can be made. This is just going to be after day 1. Just for those tuning in now, this is USAPL Collegiate Nationals. So this is the biggest stage for college athletes to compete in powerlifting. There's both equipped and raw. We have age groups from 18 to, I think it's 25, right?
24.
24, 1 year of grad.
Yeah.
So you can have a true freshman versus a grad student.
Yeah.
So some very
The range really could be that big.
Exactly.
But this is where a lot of our athletes, make their break.
Exactly. This is where a lot of people look to use this meet specifically as a way to get into raw nationals, which is coming up in, I think, August or September.
That is true.
And we saw the totals for those.
That is crazy.
If you're in USAPL, you've seen those totals. So some lifters here are looking to not only podium and show their stuff here at Collegiate Nationals, but they're also looking forward into raw nationals, which is the biggest stage for the USAPL.
Currently, it's a goal for a lot of lifters here.
For sure. On platform 3, we have Rivka, the 56 kilo lifter, who's currently projected to be in first place. The battle between her and Vicky is currently going on. She has gone up 7.5 kilos on her second. Very solid jump.
Wow.
Her opener moved like the bar, so this should be pretty quick.
Here's Kim. Oh, great catch on platform 2.
Rivka with a very narrow stance, almost like the French low bar, but she makes easy work of 145. Let's see what the judges say. And so what we mean by French is a lot of the French powerlifters typically have that extreme aggressive low bar combined with a very narrow stance. And they typically have really good grinds on their squats. And as we've seen, the French women's team is very dominant in the powerlifting world, if you keep up with the IPF.
For sure. And some people will even reference them. You'll notice how in their training videos, they'll scream, "Ollie, Ollie, Ollie."
Yeah.
That definitely, if I was there's no choice but to go up.
Exactly. But yeah, typically you'll see a very variety of bar on back position and feet width, and Vicky with a 158 new American record.
Vicky with light work of an American record
on a
That's
second.
crazy.
On a second. So the battle between Vicky and Rivka is continuing. It's heating up for sure on platform 3. I think those projected, at least on LiftingCast, those projected totals have gone up already by 10 kilos.
Oh, yeah. Here's
Caitlin with a big squat on platform 2.
Smiles all around.
2 white lights, that's all that matters. We are now wrapping up squats on platform 2. Karen with the final squat, a 10-kilo jump.
Heaviest squat.
Heavy squat. That's a sizable squat for sure. That is a little over 2 times body weight squat.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very impressive.
Come on, Karen.
Wrap up platform 2. From Rutgers.
Yeah.
Very good school.
They've got quite the showing here, too.
They do. I was surprised to see a lot. She does have that more aggressive low bar that we were mentioning earlier. And she makes...
Oh, come on,
what
grind it. Come on,
Keep
grind
pushing.
it.
That looks good from here. Let's see what the judges say. And she adds 10 kilos to her total.
Couldn't agree more with the judges
What a phenomenal
That
squat.
was a crazy lift.
Yeah, way to close out platform 2. That's a big thing about squat, too, I will say. The squat will definitely test what you're made of. Your success on squat is entirely dependent on how bad you want the rep.
Yeah.
Because you can keep on pushing and you can hit a squat rep. But when you hit that, I'm saying block, you just got to keep pushing her.
Yeah, it's definitely a hurdle, and but once you surpass that grind, there's no other competition. Maybe like a bench grind, maybe a deadlift grind, but platform 2 is going to be taking a quick pause. We'll be back in 15 minutes or 10 minutes for bench, but
So USAPL does a really good job of making sure everybody's drug tested. So the best of the best are everybody here is all natural. It's pretty instantaneous. The second you are done lifting, if you get selected, they are on you. So which is good for the sport. But yeah, so drug testing is definitely big in the USAPL. Keep on.
Platform 2 has started bench.
Yeah.
We have Estelle up next, 47.5 kgs for her.
Next up on platform 4, we have Josanna from Midland. She is still looking to hit a opening squat here today. If she misses this, she will be continuing as a guest lifter, and her day will be done. She will unfortunately not be able to contribute to team points. However, she will still be able to set personal PRs and enjoy being here on the national stage. I mean, come on.
Enjoy the
People
atmosphere.
like us definitely wish we could be here.
Yeah.
So just enjoy the atmosphere. A lot of pressure. She doesn't have to worry about the rest of the meet, but she's going to hit this year. I'm confident.
Me too.
And then this will help Midland potentially increase their equipped women's team score. Big brace from her. Depth looks there.
Deep squat. Come on.
Good push through the squat. Now that's a grind right there. But a very solid grind. What judges say. And she is on the scoreboard.
She's on.
Next up, we have Wendy on platform 4 going to take, I believe it seems she's going to retake her second when she jumped up 10 kilos for it.
I believe it was a def call on her second attempt.
Gotcha.
So hopefully she gets it around this time.
And they are
cheers
amped.
For Wendy. Cheers for Wendy.
They are getting amped up for her. We have headphones on and we can hear the Wendy calls from here, so yeah. Let's go, Wendy.
Come on, Wendy.
Big brace. Depth looks there. Very fast, very quick. And the judges like it too.
Here's Anderson, 177.5 keys for him on his final attempt at squat today. Fight, come on.
Very nice.
Oh, it's a def call on the sides.
We have Isabella up next with a 170 kilo squat attempt. So that is a 12.5 jump. Pretty big jump, considering she only jumped 2.5 kilos on her second.
But
she
hey,
must just be feeling
if it's
dialed.
in the bag, it's in the bag. I can't complain.
I trust the handler.
Yeah, trust
if she's dialed in, she is dialed in. Make us eat our words and make this fly.
Platform 2 has been flying through their attempts.
Also rocking the Titan singlet.
We're on the first attempts with bench, Miranda.
And that was a beautiful squat by Isabella on platform 4. And the judges like it too.
3-for-3 squats.
3-for-3 squats. That's how you carry momentum into the next lifts. I'm curious to see how her bench session is going to go today. Definitely 3-for-3 on this squat is a big confidence booster going into this meet, especially when you're able to go 3-for-3 at a very competitive meet like nationals with strict judging.
For sure.
John Tran with a 185 key squat on platform 1. We're approaching that 200 keys mark on platform 1.
Yeah, for sure. We've already hit 200 keys actually for a couple people's second attempts.
Oh, okay.
You know, we just know something's cooking.
Yeah.
Something's cooking on platform 1.
We're going to be looking towards some north of 450 squats coming into the thirds.
485, so I would say? 484?
Oh, is that what's loaded up on there? Something like that?
270.
Okay. All right. Something like.
Oh, come on, John.
Good grind by John.
Let's go, John.
Keep pushing. Oh, great attempt. Good catch by the spotters.
That number's definitely going to haunt him for a little bit. Geraldine getting hype from her squat. A good lift on platform 4.
Way to finish off squats. Stephanie currently looking to place top 5 here today. with a 5-kilo jump for the women's equipped. Stephanie looking to further help out Midland and increase their equipped women's team score total for the day. I mean, a good lead on day one cannot hurt.
Of course. I'm definitely for one to start strong, you know.
Yeah. A little unsteady on the walkout, but we'll see. Good depth. Makes easy work of 180.
Depth. The bar's a little lopsided, but it's all right.
As long as the weight goes up. Good catch by the spotters on platform 1. And now Danielle is up. She is looking to retake her second, and she's currently projected for second place. This is a massive squat, though, 182.5. This will keep her projected second.
Danielle definitely needs this to be in contention for first. Still.
Especially with the big squats Alexis has been putting up. Amanda's also been a very, very solid squatter. They're currently projected to tie.
Really?
In total. It looks like Amanda has the weight advantage.
It's just going to come down to the deadlifts, I guess.
It's going to come down to that. Well, Danielle, if she hits the squat, it could be interesting. Or Danielle. Good walkout. I think last time she missed it on depth. Not sure. Oh. Maybe she lost some tension in her sleeves. Yeah. I don't actually know what happens. Oh. I guess she didn't get the start command, so it doesn't count. She has seconds left to start this squat. I don't know if she's going to be able to get this off. That's the second timeout we've seen. Timeouts are very unfortunate, but, you know, it's part of the sport.
Yeah.
So now this gives the door is really open now for Amanda to really add 5 kilos to her total and push out that distance a little bit further.
It'll be so far it's a 15-kilo difference between the both of them.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 20 next.
But this opens the door for Alexis to start creeping in towards the second place spot and maybe potentially start going for that first place spot. Definitely a fierce battle on these equipped women's 60s. Very close totals. And a 190 squat from Daniel on platform 1.
Oh, a fight. Come on, Daniel.
Oh, good attempt. I'm a big fan of the American colorway. Red, white, and blue, baby.
The Team USA singlet.
For sure.
Platform
Amanda getting ready to
starting
attempt.
out with bench with Laura.
Amanda's squat looks good.
Attempt.
Ran out of gas. A 190. Hey, she's still projected first with only hitting her opener.
That means she has a monster bench and deadlift coming up.
For sure. Alexis going up 7.5 kilos. This will put her in striking distance of first place, if not tying for first place. While we're waiting, let's talk a little bit about the bench event for those who are new here.
The bench event, you know, for some, you know, the best lift of the three. For others, a little lacking. Just a note, the bench has 3 commands: the start, the press, and the rack. Platform 3, jumping the gun a little bit.
You do have to wait for a bar is loaded before you are allowed to attempt in a lift.
That is true. Alexis
with
a grind.
By Alexis. Let's see if it's good. That was a 7.5 kilo jump. No lift. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess on depth, but she is still projected for second place. So yeah, back on the bench, you got your 3 commands: start, press, rack. A lot of commands on bench, and in my personal opinion, I think the bench press is where people really, it really shows how hard you've been training to competition standard. Because those press commands are no joke. That bar will feel like it's on your chest for an eternity, for sure.
Especially at the national level, they'll be even more strict with the press command. For some, the press could be within seconds of being on your chest, but for others, you might have to hold it a bit longer.
Yeah, certainly. Additionally, I think there's a lot of different techniques on bench. Max width, big arches. I know a lot of people are not, it's typically common for people to think that the arch is cheating, but in my personal opinion, I don't think people really understand how much the arch doesn't help if you have really long arms.
Right.
Your range of motion is still...
It's negligible, right?
Yeah.
So
somebody that has a flat back but has very short arms is going to have less range of motion than somebody with a very big arch and long arms. So
Platform 4 has wrapped up squats, but Platform 3 is just getting started with bench.
Still waiting on Platform 1 to finish up squats, but a 5-kilo jump by Chase.
Platform 2 has been speeding through their lifts. We're already on second attempts with bench.
Yes. But yeah, another thing about bench is leg drive. You're noticing a lot of people, especially on carpet, a leg drive make or breaks your bench.
For sure.
If you have good leg drive, you're going to be a solid bencher. And that brings me to my next note. Oh, what a grind by Chase. Let's see if it's a good lift.
It's a great lift from Chase.
3 white lights. But yeah, leg drive is a big factor, but a big thing is your lower half has to make contact with the bench at some portion. Your thighs or up to your waist. Some portion of your lower half has to be in contact with the bench for you to be given a start command. So for those who start off with their butt in the air, you have to put it down before you get into start command.
Another thing to note is that your thighs or your heels can't be gripping the bench at all.
Yeah.
So for some of our narrower stance lifters on the bench, unfortunately, you'll get a no lift from the side judges, or even if the center judge sees a little bit of contact. And also another thing to note is with wrist wraps. You'll see a lot of the lifters here today will be wearing wrist wraps for comfortability and also to protect their wrists. But one thing to note is the thumb loop. The thumb loop cannot be in contact with the bar. And a bit of a grind from Margarita on Platform 2. Come on.
No downward motion. That's another thing. On the bench press, they will only it's only considered a failed lift if it's downward motion. So you can keep on pressing. If that bar just stops completely motionless, you can keep on pressing. The spotters won't take it until they see some downward motion. Additionally, on the bench press, you'll see a lot of, there's 2 ways you can get the bar. There's self-unracks, and then there's handoffs. Typically, right now, we're seeing a lot of handoffs. So that's typically where the center spotter will give you a little lift off. But then there's the self-unrack, where you do it yourself. The self-unrack is going to typically be a little bit more consistent. You see it a lot with your bigger lifters. They'll do self-unracks. Nothing wrong with self-unracks. I like self-unracks, and I consider myself to have a pretty okay bench. But yeah, typically the self-unrack is if you got like a wider grip or you just don't have enough gas to pop it off the bench. But
I'm a big fan of the self-unrack itself.
I was a big fan, but then when I switched to max width, I just can't do it anymore. I don't have enough juice to get it off the rack. It's definitely easier when you got a little bit of a closer grip, for sure.
For sure.
But they're both very effective ways to bench. The only thing is, in competition especially, the handoff can be really determinant on the spotter themselves.
Yeah, and whoever's there.
It's definitely less consistent.
Like you'll see on Platform 3 of Lyra, she'll give like a specific instruction.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they'll call for a 1, 2, 3 liftoff. For others, it's more specific.
For those viewing on Platform 1, we just wrapped up squats, and we are going to be going into bench in about 10 minutes. So tune back in to see the bench. Same with Platform 4. We're still waiting on the bench to start, but Platforms 2 and 3 are good to go for bench. So we're still on our openers on Platform 3, but Platform 2, we have Emma going for a 5-kilo jump into her second.
Oh, a little bit of a bounce. She does get it up.
And you know, right now, just as we're waiting for Platforms 1 and 4 to kick back up, talk about our sponsor, A7, for the meet today. Their motto, Demand Greatness. A7's currently releasing their new deflection collection, launching this Friday, April 12th. So get it now at Amazon.co. As you've been saying, you've seen a lot of lifters repping the A7 singlets. You see the big A7 logos. Quality products. I know a lot of people really like them. I'm a big fan of the singlets, as we talked about earlier. I've owned a pair of the knee sleeves. Yeah, I mean, A7 products and their wrist straps are really nice too.
For
bench.
those of you that don't know too, A7 is an Atlanta native.
They are Atlanta-based.
From Atlanta. And you'll see on their short commercial breaks, actually know one of the 2 lifters on there. Julian, shouts out to her. She won't be competing at the stage this week, but she's a strong powerlifter. She's notable in the powerlifting community. I'll say that for sure. And another sponsor for the Collegiate Nationals today is Boostcamp. Breaking through your plateaus with Boostcamp, their #1 free training app. Find proven programs from elite coaches like Bryce Lewis and Eric Helms, or create your own custom training templates. Ready to take your training to the next level?
Bella Delgado looking to hit her opener bench with 60 keys. Makes easy work on that. She may have slightly jumped the press command, but we'll see. 2 white lights, that's all that matters.
Yeah, true. Are you a soft touch or are we a sink?
I'm a little bit in between. I try to be a soft touch, but once the weight starts getting heavy, I got like a little bit of a sink.
Right.
But so I'm in between. I try to aim for a soft touch though overall.
And then, so what we're referencing here, guys, is the touch on the bench, right? You'll see that most lifters out here today, especially for the lighter lifters, they'll be more on the soft touch side, or when the bar meets their chest, they'll let it gently rest on their chest. Whereas more for the heavier lifters, they'll let it sink in a little bit more, but they still have to wait until the bar is motionless for them until they get pressed.
Yeah, your soft press is also typically going to be a little bit more consistent. You're typically going to get a press command a little bit quicker. Sinking is going to be maybe a little bit less consistent with getting a press command. It's more dependent on the judge, but with a soft touch, it's pretty much you make contact and you're going to get a press command because it's pretty easy for them to see.
Right.
We're still cruising on seconds on platform 2.
Manami on 60 keys.
5 kilo jump, very nice. Yeah, on bench especially, a 5 kilo jump is a pretty hefty one.
Yeah.
Anything 5 to 7.5 kilos is pretty big. When you start getting into that 10, 12.5 kilo range on a jump and bench, that's pretty significant.
Of course. You'll see those kinds of jumps with the bigger boys.
Yeah, for sure.
And girls.
And girls. There's some very good pressers.
For our bench specialists out there.
Natalie going for a 5 kilo jump onto her second for 56.
Madeline with 65 keys. Let's talk a little bit about the dot scoring, right?
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people, they'll hear the phrase, but they actually don't know what it actually means. It actually stands for Dynamic Objective Team Rating System. Right? It was a formula created by Tim Konertz from Germany, an IPF athlete and president of the German IPF affiliate. It's where it takes into account of your lifts, your age, and also your body weight. Right?
Yeah. It's definitely a big factor. It's kind of how we're able to run these whole meets and actually compare who's gonna win. And compare across weight classes for sure. So dots are a big deal. That's another thing. You can win on dots if you're slightly lighter than somebody in your weight class.
That is true. So if you have the same total as someone in your weight class, but if you weighed in lighter,
you get the win.
You get the win.
So total reigns supreme. However, if it's a tie, body weight does come in. So dot score is good for that, and then dot score is also good for your overall placement compared to other lifters. So we're still really early, so the current dot scores you won't be able to see as much. But at the end of the event on Sunday, you'll be able to see certain lifters compared to all the other lifters that have competed.
That's true.
So it allows you to compare yourself to people across weight classes, which is really neat. Looks like we're gearing up to start bench on platform 4.
Tyler, local Georgia athlete, coming out 82.5 keys for his second attempt.
A 7.5 kilo jump.
And Chloe with a 5 kilo jump for her second attempt on platform 3.
There we go. He is he's rocking one of those Georgia Tech A7 singlets. Very nice, one of the custom singlets. We didn't get to see any of those in the first session, but those are very classy, very, very snazzy.
Snazzy singlet.
Snazzy singlet.
Shout out. Sounds a little biased.
Well, you know, I don't know, man. Some may say GT is the best school, but you know, it's our totally unbiased opinion from a Georgia Tech student.
GT student.
Completely unbiased.
It's all right. We love school pride.
No, that's definitely one of the cool parts about living in Georgia is all those schools are really close. You know, GT, UGA, KSU, GSU,
yeah,
even Emory.
Emory's out there.
Yeah, so
Emory's out there.
all of us, all the lifters locally know each other for the most part. Good community.
It's definitely a small community too. And then we're on our thirds of platform 2. So Margarita, she's retaking her second attempt. Hopefully she gets down to her third.
What a grind off the chest. And that looks good to me. We'll see what the judges say.
Oh, unfortunate. Here's Lyra getting set for her bench. 2.5 jump for that second attempt. And a solid bench from Lyra, platform 3. Alessandra, 2.5 key jump for her as well. In a bit of a fight, but just enough for her third attempt. Great lift from her. Here's Casey on platform 3, 5 kilo jump. Making light work of 57.5 keys, looking like a first attempt. Oh, you'll see that her back is a little bit sore. Or a little tight. Bench is definitely one of those lifts where you got to use your entire body there. Amanda making quick work of 50 keys for her. Kaylee with a bit of a fight. Makes great work of 62.5 keys.
Jumps on bench are definitely very interesting because bench is a very finicky lift. You could hit a lift and then that second won't move.
It'll be a break, or like it'll be
definitely
stapled to your shirt for sure.
You can definitely overestimate your bench based on your upper. So it's easy to stick. It should you should definitely stick with your game plan on bench. And if you really think it's there on meet day, go ahead. But for sure on meet day, it's can be interesting when you take those like even a 5 kilo jump, and you're like, wow, that was a little bit more than I was anticipating.
Right.
But at the same time, you can see some phenomenal grinds on bench.
And there's a bit of a strategy that comes out to this as well. You'll see that some lifters won't take their attempt bench, but they'll save that gas just for deadlifts. You know, that's definitely something that happened to me for my meet. My coach and I, we talked it through. After that second attempt grinder, you know, we were like, yeah, let's just cut it. Let's just cut it.
That's why it's great to have a really good handler with you, so they can talk some sense into you, and make sure that you are actually staying on and making good attempt selections.
Of course.
So even if they're not an experienced powerlifter, just somebody else to give you some words of reason. But where good handlers and good coaches really come into play is when you get into that the deadlift, especially at a national meet. You are allowed to put in your third attempt and then adjust it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will put up a really big total or a really big deadlift third attempt just to make other people go for stuff that they maybe not can't, or they maybe are unable to hit.
And I know people dream of, or I for certain dream of winning with the third attempt deadlift.
Yeah, winning with the pull. Pull for the win, as the people say. Yeah. Especially on the national stage, it's probably one of the coolest things you can do. So we're firing up bench on platform 1 for those just tuning back in.
Making light work of bench on platform 2. We're really trending through these lifts today. Miranda coming out, 60 keys loaded up for her.
Now, most of these people right now are benching at body weight or above body weight, which is pretty impressive, being able to press your own body weight.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for these lighter lifters. To put it in perspective, most of these people are benching the original coveted one-plate bench back in the olden days.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 135 bench. Several of these lifters are benching well over that or at that.
You remember your first 135, or did you just breeze past it?
No, I think I hit 135. I do remember it. It was in the football locker room. Not the football locker room, football training room. Very, very hype. I think it was like freshman year of high school. Very fun. The golden days.
I'm pretty new to the lifting scene, so mine was like, say around, last year was it? 2 years ago?
See, that's a great thing about powerlifting. You can start whenever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
There's never a too late time period to join. Looks like we are starting. We're still starting on the openers for platform 1. We got Shreya's up.
Local lifter.
Manami, I think she did hit her 60 kilo bench, so she did redeem herself from her second. So we are rolling on thirds on platform 2.
We have Mackenzie getting set up with 70 keys for her second attempt on platform 3.
That is 12 kilos over body weight. We have Bethany going for her opener, 75 kilos. Makes easy work of that. And now you notice some lifters bench with wrist wraps and some bench without wrist wraps.
Right.
Now that is 100% preference. Some people feel like it actually stabilizes the wrist. Some people just feel like they don't really get that much out of them.
For sure. And if you saw the Nico Flores reel, you know, where you stack your joints, and it allows you to go wrapless, to be honest. Ever since I started doing that.
And a good press from Shreya.
I've been having healthy wrists, I will say.
Healthy wrists?
Very healthy wrists.
Very nice. So So we are still rolling on thirds on platform 2. A lot of people seem like they're taking 62.5 right now.
Bit of a grinder from Madeline. Come on. Finally gets it out. It's a no lift. There was some downward motion. Here's Hunter, 80 kilos for his start. Light work of that as well. And Phoebe with a fight with 62.5 keys. Oh, but it started going down.
A little bit of a closer grip bench too there. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, with that close grip bench, you know, it definitely changes things up a little bit more.
Get a little bit more pop off the chest.
Right.
But it does make your lockout a little harder. It's more tricep reliant at the end. The wider grip, it's going to be a little bit harder off the chest, but your pushing capability overall is going to be a little bit higher. And it, as all powerlifters like, it reduces your range of motion.
You know. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're trying to make it as easy on you as possible. Because this is a sport. This is not a showing off of, I can do this with the most difficult way possible. It's, I can do this the most efficient way possible.
Of course.
An efficient lifter is a strong lifter.
True. Where'd you get that from?
I don't remember. That's not a quote from mine, though. That's not from my own noggin.
No. Or some of us will say min-maxing.
Min-maxing, yeah.
Right.
Good press by Laura. So we are on third benches on platform 3 and platform 2. So we're getting ready to move into the second flights for those platforms.
Katie retaking 65 Ps for her third attempt on platform 2.
Still on openers on platform 1 and platform 4. But they've been rolling today. We've been flying through this session.
Oh, come on, Katie.
A little bit of a grinder by Katie.
Let's go.
It hasn't gone down yet. You see it right there as that downward motion. That's when the spotters are going to take it.
Good catch from the spotters.
Chloe with a little bit of grind as well. And downward motion. Yeah, so typically on the bench, the third attempt is where you're really going to, it gets pretty, if you're not going to hit it off rip, it's typically not, you're not going to grind it out most likely. But
it's definitely a test of might there.
For sure.
And also will.
It's also a very disadvantageous place to grind. Like on other lifts, you are in an advantageous place to actually grind through a rep. On a bench press, if it doesn't go up immediately, it's not the most ideal position to be grinding. That's where having really good leg drive comes in.
Right.
The best benchers have great leg drive that helps them grind through reps. So I think it's very important when you're benching to keep tension. If you have a lot of tension, you're going to be able to bench a lot.
Oh, there goes the Radlers. LSU lifter out on stage on platform 4, 85 keys for her start. Loving the atmosphere that the Raging Cajuns are providing for us right now. Press. Oh. Looks like she clipped the rack, but no matter. Still went up. And a solid third attempt from Lyra. She's definitely hyped for that one. They're starting out with 87.5.
Tyler with his third attempt on platform 2,
reason,
7.5 kilo jump, going for a 90 kg bench. That is just under 200 pounds.
On KC, finish strong here, 60 keys. Stapled to her chest. All right. 57.5 keys, she gets to walk away from that.
Phenomenal grind by Tyler on platform 2. Let's see what the judges think. Phenomenal lift, and the lift is good.
And we're on the second flight on platform 2. Chloe
I think
coming up.
we are as well on platform 4.
Is that so?
Yeah, we are on openers on platform. No, you might be right.
Yeah, I think we're still on first flight on platform 4.
Correct. Kylie with one of the very nice arch.
Ooh,
It's hard to get those really big arches.
it really is.
So that's a talent in itself. If you actually have the ability, people will say it's cheating, but if you have the ability to get into that position, then good for you, because not everybody can do it.
I'm still training to be that flexible.
I actually reduced my arch.
Really?
I had a pretty big one.
I do hear that.
I reduced it
some
for
more technical lifters, right?
Well, I think a lot of the times for like a slightly bigger lifter, it's a little bit hard to keep that big arch all the time.
Right.
And on a smaller arch is sometimes a little bit more consistent, especially when you're getting to be like towards more of a bench specialist, and you're more reliant on those kilos. I need them to be there every time.
I don't know what that's like. Me personally, I don't know what that's like, but you know.
It would be nice. I need to make up for my abysmal squat with my bench.
Hey, you know, people got their flaws. Work them through. Here's Kaylee getting set up for a nice lift off, 67.5 knees.
You guys seeing a lot of the handoffs on display today. I think we've seen only like 1 or 2 self-unracks.
Yeah, just a couple.
I think it's definitely more common with the heavier lifters, for sure. And the LSU fans getting hyped for Madeline on platform 4.
52.5 keys set up for her.
We also have Bella Delgado getting ready to take her 3rd attempt, 2.5 kilo jump on platform 3.
Come on, Bella, finish strong here. Bit of a grind. She gets it up.
Good lift though, good lift though.
Good lifts all around.
Yeah, surprisingly not seeing a lot of people miss. We had a little bit of a streak there, but hitting the 3rd is what really matters. Rebecca on platform 2, hitting her opener, repping the pink A7 singlet. Seems very popular out here. It's a very good colorway though.
Yeah, can't fault them for that.
We got another one on platform 3 with Anna going for 67.5. She also has the pink wrist wraps too. Those are tough. Another LSU lifter on platform 4.
Crowd getting rowdy. And he's set to support her with 55 keys. It's a good lift from Camille, the LSU lifter. And then Mackenzie, great lift off. 70 keys set for her. Retaking her 2nd. Bit of a grind. She gets it up though. Oh, it's a no lift. Hate to see it.
Very good attempt though, very good attempt. Seen a lot of people going for the 70 kilo press on platform 3. Still hitting openers on platform 1 and platform 2. Seen a lot of Boston participants in this session.
From the northeast.
From the northeast.
You know what's great to see is powerlifters throughout the nation coming down.
For sure.
To little Atlanta,
big
Georgia.
press by Madeline. She redeems herself from her miss. Let's see what the judges think. The judges agree.
Good lift.
So notice, what are those, tell me a little about what are those little blocks they keep putting down at the towards the end of the bench? What are those all about?
So for our smaller lifters, unfortunately their feet won't be able to reach the ground, so they do need those blocks. But the blocks also have carpet on top of them, so you do still get that advantageous carpet.
Yeah. So the whole big deal about the carpet, for those who are unfamiliar, is so most of our shoes have some form of grip on them, and we want to maximize that. So the carpet just increases the friction, so that allows you to push a little bit harder when you're benching, and that's how what we were talking about earlier. That's how you get that big leg drive. So some of the popular shoes for that are like the Hyper V's, the Notorious Lifts, and the even the good old Converse. I mean, I was a big Converse bencher for a while. That carpet really does help with any type of tread on your shoe.
For sure, with the rubber soling.
So that's why it's really important to practice benching on carpet, to get used to being able to like really get your feet to not slip.
There's Kim with a great first attempt at bench. 3 white lights for her. Moving on.
On platform 3, we have a 5-kilo jump by Emily. Let's see. Oh, self-unrack too.
Self-unrack.
Big bench and self-unrack. And that was just a miss on strength, but, you know, still, 72.5. That's well over body weight.
That's no easy feat for sure.
For a lot of these people, to put it in perspective, most of these lifters are benching almost 20 kilos over their body weight, which is pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty much like a standard benchmark if like you can bench your own self, your own body weight. So being able to bench over that is very impressive, especially for these lighter lifters.
We got some. Stick around for some big benches on platform 1 though. Don't want to spoil it or anything, but some impressive numbers, definitely. So stick around for that.
Yeah, I'm always surprised with the men's 60s, their ability to bench. Some of them have some really impressive benches.
We have 2 Olivias out on platform now, platform 3 and 4. 1 raw, 1 equipped. Platform 3, Olivia Rigsby with 62.5 keys as her opener from Army. And Olivia Antonelli on platform 4 with 75 keys for her second attempt.
Olivia with the max width action going. Makes easy work of 75 keys.
Hops right off her chest.
Further increase her total. So Richard has gone up on platform 1 by 2.5 keys after missing his opener. Not sure what he missed his opener on, but must have been technical.
Yeah, technicalities. But
typically on bench, you don't go up if you miss your opener, just because bench can be finicky. But some people have that dog in them.
That dog.
They certainly have that dog. Very easy press for Richard. Must have been a technical miss on the opener. Makes very quick work of 80 keys. Bethany was 77.5 keys on platform 4. Very solid press.
Honestly, that looked like an opener, from my point of view. So I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the lifters here have been getting hype, you know? Or what are like one of the like techniques that you do to like get locked in, get dialed in, get in the zone per se?
Big music guy.
big music guy.
I like just throwing on the headphones
Uh-huh.
and getting dialed in. That really helps you focus. Also, just eating. For some reason, eating just like very low volume, but like, or not like hefty snacks, but in a lot of volume, just like monotonously, really just helps me dial in. I don't know why.
Just enough.
Like the Swedish fish. Shreyas with 85 keys on platform 1, local lifter. Good press. That's a 5 kilo jump. That's a sizable jump, for sure.
Emma coming out with 65 keys for her first attempt. On platform 3. And then Linda Lee on platform 4 with 82.5 keys for her second attempt. Amazing bench from Emma on platform 1. Nice job. You'll see that Linda's wearing a belt on her bench.
Yeah, that's typically common in lifters who have lower arches. So that helps you maintain the tension that we've been talking about. It doesn't matter how you get tension, either through an arch or through the belt. The belt just makes it a little bit easier and a little bit less arch. But both are very popular techniques for, and they've both been used for people to press sizable amounts of weight. So I've belt benched in a comp one time because my back started cramping and I couldn't arch as much. But I haven't done it since. But
Only
it's
when it
very
was
popular.
necessary.
It's very popular. My coach is a big belt bencher, so it works. It's very popular for a reason.
Here's Mai stepping out, 70 keys for her. No lift off. She is that girl. A no lift from Mia on platform 4. You hate to see it. Breeze work from Mai. Tanner stepping out, 85 keys, platform 1. And Rebecca getting set for her 47.5 key bench on platform 2. Come on, Tanner, fight! See how the judges
I believe
faring?
we've moved into our second flight on platform 3. As well as platform 2. They are on second, so platform 2 is truly flying. There a little bit.
Make no mistake, these are the 60 kilo raw men's showing out today on platform 1, and then platform 2 and 3 we have the 56 kilo raw women's, and on platform 4 we have the 56 kilo equipped women's. They're all coming out, showing up and representing their college at the Collegiate Nationals, a national level stage. It's where, you know, like I said earlier, a lot of these lifters get their big break, and I know for sure later in the future there'll be some pretty big names. You know, I know for sure with CNATS one, I was watching it last year. I looked up to a couple of these people, you know, especially those in my weight class. They definitely set a standard for, you know, where we should be, or where we should be headed. Beautiful bench from Chris from Georgia Southern.
We have Vicky Zhen on platform 3, who is still looking for that second place overall finish projected for the 56 kilo women's. She is 85 kilo opener, so a little bit lower than what Rivka is opening at. But she is still projected second. When I guess when you squat an American record, you can have a little bit lower of a bench.
A little bit of leeway.
So the 56 kilo battle is still very much alive on platform 3. Platform 4, we also have the 60 kilo women's equipped battle going.
Tommy making quick work of 52.5 keys on platform 2. With the same weight loaded for Kim up next. Here's Karen setting out for 85 keys for her. And a bit of a grind from Kim. Definitely gas left in the tank for her third attempt. Big bench from Griselda on platform 4, 120 keys. Light work of 120 keys from her.
So we are finally on third attempts on platform 4 on the bench. We are on seconds on platform 1 and 2, and platform 3 we are still on openers. Near the end of openers on platform 3. Nor with a 2.5 kilo jump on her second attempt on platform 2 makes easy work. And we have an American raw record on the opener?
As an opener?
On an opener for Rivka, who is currently projected first place overall in the women's 56 raw. She's opening at 103.
Crazy.
You know, something casual. So this is over 200 pounds.
Oh yeah.
This is inching towards the coveted Gym Bro 225.
Hey.
For an
Can
opener.
we see it? Can we see it today?
We'll see how
we might
this
see
moves.
it.
Makes easy work of 103.
220 is definitely there. 220
Like
is
the
definitely
bar.
there. Amanda making great work of her third attempt, 57.5, with the same number loaded up for the Raging Cajun lifter Madeline Weiser. See how she fares. She steps out.
Platform 1, Alvin is still looking for his first bench of the day, trying to get on the board. Taking 100 keys again. Looks good. See what the judges say. And he is on the scoreboard. He is still in it. He's still in it to win it. A little bit of struggle by Madeline on platform 4, but all good. That was her third attempt. She's still 2 for 3 on the press. Saul also going for that 100 kilo bench on platform 1.
And then Jasmine looking to start, end it strong here. 62.5 keys for her final bench of the day. Halo with a shaky bench on platform 2, still making it work.
Hakeem going up 7.5 kilos going into his second attempt on platform 1. Now a 7.5 kilo jump that's a pretty hefty jump going into your second for sure. And I can hear the ground shaking from here. An LSU lifter going up.
I believe an LSU lifter is up.
Low. 7.5 kilo jump going into the third. Seems like they took 7.5 kilo jumps for all the attempts, so definitely planned.
He making light work of 67.5 Ks on platform 3. And I believe in the Camille made great work of her bench on platform 4, as I can hear LSU screaming from the backstage. Solid second attempt from Karen on platform 2, 65 keys.
Still working on seconds. Yadira on platform 4 going for 65 keys. Makes easy work of that to redeem herself from her missed second. And there we have one of those big jumps I'm talking about. 12.5 keys for Clay, and he hits. Another Louisiana Tech lifter this time on platform 4. She is retaking 70 keys for her third attempt. She missed it on her second. Let's see how it goes on her third.
And then here's Tyler getting set for 77.5 keys for him on 60 keys, or at 60 keys on platform 1.
And what a grind by Megan on platform 4. It looks good to me. We'll see what the judges say. So close. Phenomenal attempt.
Fight from Tyler. Come on. That's a no lift, unfortunately. Fortunately, Jenny ran out of time on her third attempt. But it's okay. She does have 47.5 keys on the board for her.
Seeing a surprising amount of timeouts this session.
That's true. For some people, I know it can be a bit loud.
Yeah.
So you won't hear your name get called. But for others, they just have very long rituals.
Yeah, it's definitely. You should definitely practice how you play. You should definitely, especially when it comes to meet warm-ups. Speaking of warm-ups, you should make sure you're able to complete your warm-ups quick enough before it's time to start lifting, because the turnarounds in a powerlifting meet can be very quick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you definitely need to be able to get warmed up and ready, and then you definitely need to be not having extremely long warm-up rituals, or else you're A, going to run out of time, or B, it's probably just not going to be that replicable.
Yeah, I can personally say my warm-ups, I'm just making large jumps. For a lot of these people, they're not used to larger jumps, but you can see from more elite level powerlifters, they'll make jumps from, let's say, like 200 pounds to 300 pounds easily, right? Someone like Jamal Browner will start out his deadlifts with like 2 or 3 plates loaded on the bar.
Yeah, additionally, we have Shreyas going up 2.5, so that's a pretty common jump on your third on platform 1. Sophia with a 5 kilo jump on platform 3 makes easy work of 80 keys, so she further increases her total. Victoria on platform 4 looking to extend her total a little bit by 5 keys. 5 kilo jump by Teresa on platform 3. She has gone up by 5 keys.
Come on, Shreyas.
Good attempt by Shreyas. Good grab by the spotters, though. Once that bar starts going down, they got to grab it. So very good spotting and loading. Another 2.5 kilo jump on platform 1. Teresa on platform 3. Very nice bench. Way to stick with it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd only guess about a 2.5 kilo jump if they do decide to take a third.
That is if they do.
But with that kind of bench, the big arch wide grip, the bench may look slower than it really is.
Yeah.
Tommy with a grind for her third on platform 2. Good grab by the spotters.
Here's Kyle.
Vicky with a 5 kilo jump on platform 3. Another lifter to watch. Still looking for that second place spot. Although she is currently trailing for predicted total by, I think, 12.5 keys. Let's see if she can make up for it on the deadlift. But she's definitely not going to give it to Rivka. Rivka is still definitely, well, when you bench the American record as your open. So they went neck and neck, I'd say. Vicky with the squat record and Rivka with the bench record. So it will come down to the poll.
It's going to be a tight battle today, but Vicky's staying with it, you know. She's 2 for 2 so far. Hopefully she goes 3 for 3. Here's Mia, 85 keys retake on her third attempt. And a strong bench. Now, what do you think about retakes?
As somebody who bombed out on squat by going up 12.5 kilos after a miss, I think you need to retake. If you do not hit your opener, in my opinion, you should definitely retake, because if you don't and then you miss, then you're really in a bind. But if it's your opener, there's a good chance you're going to re-hit it.
For sure.
And then on platform 3, we have Karen, who's currently projected third in the battle of the 56 kilo lifters, but she is not far behind. She's taking a 90 kilo jump to tie Vicky. So we'll see. We'll see if Karen got a big pull. She can definitely make up the 20 kilo difference. But once again, there are people who got a pull on them, and do and will pull for the win.
I can't wait to see that. The deadlift is definitely my favorite lift. Here's Aiden on platform 1, setting to retake 92.5 keys. See if he gets it this time around. Oh. And a very fast bench from Aiden. 92.5 keys, looking light work. Chris up next, Georgia powerlifter from Georgia Southern. 97.5 keys. Alicia is getting set with 57.5 keys for her. And a steady grind.
And we see one of those big jumps on platform 4. 12.5 kilo jump by Aaliyah. Rivka
set out to beat her own American
kilos.
record.
5.5 kilos on her current American record. She makes easy work of 108.5 and further sets out the goalpost. Get up on the bench, new American record, and she further extends her lead as the current frontrunner to win women's Raw 56 keys.
Could we see 225?
I very well think we could. 108 did not stand a chance. Aaliyah with a 115, 12.5 kilo jump for her, so let's see what she makes of 115. Very Nice press. For an equipped press, that was very nice. You know, there's a little bit more variables that go into it.
And then we have an American record attempt on platform 4 with 125.5 keys.
I do believe Griselda previously just set the American squat record at 193 keys. So she is now going for the American bench record in the 56 equipped kilo lifter to hopefully help UTSA further increase their equipped total, or I mean equipped team points.
Go for it, Griselda. Take all the records today.
For those at home, that is a 275 pound bench, I believe. So that's the 2 plates in the nickel for those of you Freedom Unit lifters.
An easy American record from Griselda. Oh my goodness. Off to a second flight on platform 4. Here we have Olivia on platform 3, 70 keys for her. 67.5 looked easy, I won't lie.
We are wrapping up bench on platform 2 with Karen from Rutgers, another little 5 kilo increase. I think she is definitely the front runner for the 56. Oh wait, no, she is, I actually do not know where she's placing compared to.
With this, she's forecasted to place 24th.
Okay, she is currently the leader of platform 2.
The heaviest bench on platform 2,
yeah.
That is correct.
Makes easy work of 70 keys. Let's see what the judges think. The judges agree.
Couldn't agree more. And with that, you'll see on the screen, these are the dates for the regional meets coming up. So as we stated earlier, the goal for lifters at CNATS today are to qualify for the Raw Nationals that are happening on September 5th. And that will be placed in Utah, actually. But unfortunately, if you do not make the qualifying total today, there are the regional championships coming up. If you win first place within your weight class, I believe you get a nice easy ticket.
50 kilo handicap for those who win their weight class to your Raw Nats qualifying total. And if you are keeping up with the USAPL, you know how high those QTs got put up for the Raw Nats.
For sure.
So for those still there on The battle of the 56s and the battle of the 60s. Equipped.
Stick around for that kind of fight.
The big deadlift session for platform 3 will be starting soon. So, a victor will be crowned.
A victor will be crowned.
And platform 2, we're getting fired up for deadlifts. And platform 1, it looks like we're still working on openers.
There's with Ian McGarry, 150
And an opener
keys,
that was very fast.
making 252 look real easy. Tyler starting out platform 2, 65 key deadlift.
I'm not sure if he's going to come out or not. I think he may have gotten injured. I unbiased as a GT lifter, I do know he deadlifts more than 65 kilos. So I have a hunch that this is just going to be a classy let the clock run out, let everybody else get a breather. But very sad to see if he is in fact hurt. I would like to see him at least come out and pull the 65 just so he can complete the day. Because he was having a good day on a squat and bench. Yeah, you hate to see it when you can't make it to the deadlift.
You really do, honestly. I believe I was there for his first meet, Rookie Rumble, and when I saw him pull for that third, it was crazy, and like it was a very emotional day for him too because I believe he started crying after pulling.
I think it was to QT for this.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is coming out.
There he is.
Yeah, he must have hurt something, lower back or something. That hurts to see as a fellow GT student,
Yeah.
but it's all good. I'm proud of him for finishing off the day.
Showing up, showing out.
Big press by Chase, 117.5 for his opener.
Making it look real easy from Chase.
So platform 1 is one of the bigger flights, so it can take a little bit longer. So let's talk a little bit about what shenanigans goes on the third pulls for the podium, especially at the national level. You are allowed to change your attempt on your third.
Oh yeah.
So if you got a big pull on you, you can put that yardstick out there,
right,
and force somebody to have to go for something they're not comfortable with, and then you can reduce it and just barely chip them just to win.
Really, it's a mind game.
Yeah.
Right. Unless you're like following closely with whoever you're competing or who your competitor is, but a lot of it is just mind games.
Another LSU lifter about to come up for platform 4, Michaela, going for a 5-kilo jump on her second attempt, and you can hear the Baton Rouge out there.
This is how they act, at CNATs. How they act during Mardi Gras.
So I'm saying, I know they have a good time.
Yeah. Ariana, a smooth
Big
pull from
press
her.
for Michaela on her second.
Fortunately,
And
she
no
didn't get the
lift.
lift. Big press from Daniel, 132.5 keys for his opener on platform 1.
Very nice.
Solid opener from Katie on platform 2. Now with the deadlift, there is only one command, and it is the down command. But you do have to lock out, and at the lockout, your knees and your shoulders have to be visibly locked out.
Yeah, another thing is you do have to be wary about the ramping or hitching. So you'll see several lifts get overturned on that. Same with downward motion. The second that bar goes down is an incomplete lift. And that is a heartbreaker. Downward motion is a heartbreaker, especially when you complete the lift.
Yeah, that happened to me in December. 562. I needed it.
And that's brutal.
But downward motion.
Not
I still watch the video to this day.
It's a good training moment, though. A good learning moment.
Yeah.
Especially ramping and the hitching. But sometimes a lot of lifters get a lot of muscle mass on their thighs, so they unintentionally hitch. That's where the baby powder comes in.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That white stuff on their legs is not chalk, folks.
No.
I know a lot of new lifters may make that mistake. It is, in fact, baby powder. So do not chalk up your legs and try to deadlift. You will not hit a deadlift. Or at least you won't hit your PR.
I remember, I forgot who it was, but I was training, and then I saw this guy take a block of chalk from the bowl and start powdering up his legs. Immediately, I ran over to him. I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "What? Isn't this stuff that you guys use?" I was like, "Yes, but
yes
not
and
there."
no.
Yes and no, but you know.
In theory.
In theory. But if the chalk is on your legs, the bar will get stuck there, unfortunately. But also, don't get baby powder on your hands.
Yeah, dude, that's another bad one.
I know when you're like sitting there and waiting for your attempt, and like you just don't know what to do with your hands, so you just have to end up resting on your elbows. But like your hands are so chalked up, like you can't put it on your face either.
You just kind of got to vibe.
Yeah, you just kind of have to vibe and sit there.
And not touch anything. You got to just be like a big hairy chinchilla. Covered in baby powder. Wendy's still looking for her first bench to stay in the race. 92.5 kilos on platform 4.
Hopefully she gets it here. Fast descent from Paul.
A lot of love for the Northeastern lifters out here too. Classic slow descent, very fast off the chest. Lock it out, lock it out.
Come on, Wendy.
And 2 white lights, that's all that matters.
Yep.
She is back in the race.
Rose stepping up, 117.5 keys for her as her first attempt. Light work for her. I'm expecting to see some big numbers today. No?
Especially on the deadlift where people can pull their subtotals.
Where the pull really matters.
Yeah.
Like four plus.
For sure. I'm very impressed with how much people can deadlift. Like right here, I think Estella is pulling 15 keys over her subtotal.
That is crazy to note, though.
Yeah, you can get some big pulls for sure.
Oh, okay. Oof. Her belt was unbuckled, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, some people make the mistake, me, you know, forgetting
to buckle.
To buckle, or even forgetting your belt.
I'm honestly a firm believer that the belt only helps so much. I think a lot of people underestimate their own ability to brace.
That's true.
And the belt's just a tool to help. I think a lot of people can lift similar weights without the belt. I mean, it's obviously not ideal for safety and overall bracing, so you should not do it unless you're very confident in lifting without a belt. But I still think it's very possible to hit good numbers without buckling your belt.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also funny to watch videos when people hit like an all-time PR and they're like, oh, wait, my belt was unbuckled.
Yeah. It's the shock in their face.
It's always a funny moment, especially when they're training with headphones and you're yelling at them, your belt's unbuckled, and they just can't hear you and they go for the lift anyway.
They're too tunnel visioned or
too
ammonia.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Very quick pull from Hanami on platform 2. Alrighty, deadlifts are starting up on platform 3.
Lowy to start out.
So we're just trailing a little bit behind on platform 1 and platform 4. Danielle Valdez looking to further increase her total with a 105 bench. She is still projected for 3rd place after this bench, but every kilo helps going into the deadlift.
Anderson, 100 keys for him.
A little 2.5 kilo jump. Very nice.
3 white lights.
Now, all of these lifts don't matter if you don't hit that opening deadlift. That is definitely a heartbreaker when you go through all these lifts and then miss your deadlift. Now, any records that have been set by any of our lifters, if they do not hit their deadlift, those records do not count. So it's very important that you hit your openers on deadlift so you can make sure you keep your records. And Danielle with a very nice push to add 5 kilos to her total.
And a strong opener from Anna. Just took some time for the results to load in. Another thing to note is that you have to wear high socks.
They're specialized socks so you don't bleed all over the bar.
Yep.
The deadlift socks. They will not let you lift without them.
Nope.
And they must be pulled up as high as possible. And additionally, now that we're getting to the deadlifts, you'll see 3 variations of deadlift typically. You have your conventional deadlift, which most of you back home, if you don't follow powerlifting, are probably used to. You have your sumo deadlift, which has been on display, which is typically a little bit outside of the rings or however wide, depending on how tall you are. But then there's Froggy. Froggy's a little bit of a hybrid. Keep up with Angelo Fortino. He is a big Froggy guy. Haven't seen a Froggy pull yet. There was a couple in the previous sessions.
Not yet, but I think we'll see some.
We'll see at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, for a couple.
Now, a lot of people think sumo is cheating. I think whatever deadlift technique you're good at is cheating. It just depends on your leverages. There are phenomenal conventional deadlifters and there are phenomenal sumo deadlifters. I mean, look at like Rondell Hunt. He can deadlift like eternity. And
he can deadlift the moon.
And he pulls conventional. There's even a lot of the top lifters that pulled sumo have switched back to conventional.
Gavin Aiden?
Gavin Aiden, yeah.
For example. Yeah. And it's also common for sumo lifters to practice conventional as their secondaries. And also vice versa.
Yeah.
For conventional lifters to practice sumo on their secondaries.
For sure, for sure. Very smooth pull by Miranda on platform 2.
That's her second.
Very long pause for Alexis on platform 4, but she still hits. That is actually an insane jump.
Is that? Am I seeing that correct?
That's almost a 50 kilo jump.
Hey, you know what?
Still hit.
Yeah.
That was insane. Oh, another interesting thing. Mackenzie on platform 3 deadlifting with her knee sleeves on. That is perfectly okay.
Yeah, that is perfectly okay. You're right with that. My thing is, I think they forgot to take them off. Blood's rushing through their heads.
Yeah. Oh, another one is you can deadlift with wrist wraps on for the same as the bench.
Yeah, that too.
Very popular. A very low-key lifter that I don't think a lot of people know of. John Hack. He does that.
Bailey misses her 3rd attempt. Sorry, she does have 50 Ps backing her up.
And finishes 2 for 3 on the day on bench. Ian going up 5 kilos on platform 1. Solid grind through. Good press. A lot of times you'll notice people are either slow off their chest or slow at lockout, but either or. Kylie Chris making her opener look like an opener on platform 3. Very smooth. We are on the thirds on platform 4 for bench, so we should be wrapping it up soon.
We're still on the seconds on platform 1, but we're just about approaching our thirds.
A little bit larger of a group.
Here's Emily, 125 Ps, making it fly. Strong deadlift from Katie on platform 2, 120 Ps. Cameron with a 5 kilo jump, looking to end off the day with 70 Ps under her belt as her final bench. Three white lights for Laura on platform 3.
And we are flying through deadlifts on platform 2. We are already on seconds.
Really?
But you know, that's just the name of the game.
Yeah. Chase making 125 look like light work.
That is a very impressive bench. That is over 2 times body weight bench for a 60-kilo lifter. Anna Marie going for a 2.5-kilo jump.
There's Madison, 125 keys, looking very strong for her.
Alrighty, we are still on, thirds on platform 4. We have Michaela trying to re-attempt 75 kilos for her 3rd attempt. Missed it on the 2nd. Big press, big cheers from the LSU crowd. And I believe that is a good lift. We'll see what the judges say. Two white lights. The lift is good. She adds 5 kilos to her total.
Reese. And
With
for her,
a pretty sizable opener. Stephanie with a 90-kilo lift on platform 4.
She needs this.
Still looking to get on the board on the bench press. She needs this to stay in and not have to continue as a guest lifter and potentially help Midland increase their women's equipped lift. And she makes good work of it.
Come on, no!
And unfortunately, that is what we call a bomb out. That could potentially hurt Midland in this very close women's kilo lift battle where they're separated by only
BMC.
6 points. Yeah, you hate to see it,
You really
but this
do.
opens up the door for the other schools. Blue Mountain definitely has a chance now, but I do believe Midland has one other lifter. I forgot her name currently, but she's still very much in the race. She did hit her deadlift or her bench press.
And don't forget the Aggies.
The Aggies do have a lot of women out here on the equipped side and on the raw side, so they should also help the Aggies maybe. Ooh, good catch by the spotters there. So the Aggies have about a full roster divided between, I think they filled out every weight class, and they're split between raw and equipped pretty equally. So they have a very solid chance of taking home at least one of the titles or both of the team titles.
Right, of course.
Northeastern Amanda O'Brien, she is still looking for a top 3 finish here going into the bench press. I believe she's currently projected for 2nd place for these 60 kilos. She is currently projected to total 32.5 kilos lower than Alexis, but the deadlift changes everything.
Of course.
You can always pull for the win. So she needs this. These 2.5 kilos could help her. You never know. And she
a grinder from
successfully
Amanda.
hits. Northeastern crowd has actually been very very loud. They've been getting hype.
They are prominent here.
You definitely hear when a Northeastern lifter is up for sure. Wendy with a 5-kilo jump for the 60-kilo class.
Strong lockout from Manami on platform 2.
Wendy is currently projected 6th, but you never know. She could be chasing a top 5 finish. when all said and done. This 5 kilos will obviously help.
Of course.
And once again, like we were saying earlier with equipped lifters, it's okay if they miss a lift or two.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. The crowd's cheering Wendy's name on.
Northeastern knows. Brian Tom has the very legal decorative handprints. You will typically see those in various places on lifters. Like a little custom decal from your handler or coach. A little motivation. Like I'm with you on that lift.
For sure.
It's
gonna look so great in the photos.
Exactly.
Shout out Barbell Productions.
For sure.
You know, providing the photo and media packages and also the live stream for everyone to watch today.
We are already moving on to seconds on platform 3 on deadlifts. We are still trailing a little bit behind on platform 1, only on seconds. But that's what happens when you have big presses.
That's
These
true.
60-kilo lifters are all benching about 2 times body weight. So they're all nearing that 300-pound bench press mark, the coveted 300 mark.
The coveted 300.
The barrier that prevents so many people from hitting a 315 bench press. Miranda coming up for her 3rd deadlift, her 3rd and final lift of the day.
And 110 keys
to wrap up her nationals. Let's hope it's a good one. With the very classy Converse, the very classy A7 singlet. We're nearing the end. Although she does not hit her 3rd deadlift, she has completed her time at nationals and successfully put up a total and earned her team some team points. We are getting close to the end of the equipped bench press session here at on platform 4. We have Geraldine up with a 5-kilo increase going into her 3rd.
The equipped deadlift is going to be where it's at, ladies and gents. So once bench is over, stick around for that.
The 60-kilo battle is still raging on. Very nice pull by Lyra. Katie Wilson with her final pull, her final lift of the event.
122.5.
And she finishes 3 for 3 on deads. Not sure about her other lifts, but that's sure a way to finish off the day. Currently, we haven't had a missed lift on platform 2. Let's keep it up that way. We like seeing those long green streaks on LiftingCast.
Oh yeah.
Josanna, this is the other Midland lifter, the only equipped Midland lifter in the 60-kilo class left.
Really?
Yes, after
Stephanie.
After Stephanie. So she can still help Midland retain the current lead after day 1 of the women's equipped lifting, or team score.
Be a tight race.
These 7.5 kilos could be crucial towards placement. So she definitely needs this. Oh, and a second win for Josanna. If she locks this out, this could be good, and this could be 7.5 kilos to her total. I do not think she completed the lift there, but a very valiant effort. Phoebe coming up with a 70.5 kilo increase, going into her 3rd for her final pull of the night on platform 2.
We were talking about beltless attempts. Here's Laura on platform 3 with 142.5 keys, looking easy.
Danielle still looking for that top 3 finish tonight. These 2.5 kilos will help her because, as we've been saying, folks, you never know what's going to happen in the deadlift event. So these 2.5 kilos could be the difference between 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. We do not know.
That is true.
She's currently projected at 447.5 kilos, which is only, I believe it's only 5 kilos under 3rd place Amanda O'Brien. So we're going to have an intense battle between 2nd and 3rd. Alexis McCarthy has pretty much ran away with it, projected at 485 keys. But we never know.
With an American record
another
attempt.
American record
Speaking of
attempt.
Alexis.
Let's just slap an extra 5 kilos, put that yardstick a little bit further out there, make everybody else have to work a little bit harder on that deadlift. Katie with a 12.5 jump
Kilo.
on this third and final pull. Let's go, Katie.
Finish
Finish off
strong.
this collegiate nights. I'm big fan of the socks.
Big fan of the socks.
You can be very expressive in your socks. As long as they reach your knees in our deadlift socks, you can have some very unique looking socks.
Shout out Joel Chung with the Santa
The
Claus
Santa
socks.
Claus and the Santa Claus singlet. And I think that pull is good. She may get hitching.
And
but
she
they
gets
did
it.
not.
She
3
gets
white
it.
lights. Phenomenal lift. Some big jumps going into the thirds on platform 2. We have a 10 kilo jump now. We had a 12.5. Now we have a 12. And a new American record for
From
Alexis.
Alexis.
Moves the yardstick a little bit further.
I blinked it and it already
Blinked
went
and
up.
we missed it.
What happened there? So currently
Emma
the
Shelby.
rankings,
Can she lock it out? Lockout looks good. 10 kilo jump.
currently the rankings, Midland is still in first with 33 points.
And Emma hits.
With BMC Uni at 27 and Texas, or University of Texas and A&M of Kingsville trailing behind.
Noticing a theme. A lot of Texas schools.
A lot of Texas schools, you're right.
And Northeastern is creeping. Northeastern is creeping.
Hey, after today,
There's-
Northeastern will definitely
They
be up there.
definitely are scoring some points. If Amanda O'Brien can hold on to second place, those 10 points will be very needed and will boost them above Texas A&M. Louisiana Tech could be looking at 12 points from Alexis McCarthy, who quite literally stood on business with a 5 kilo jump to the third to further push her American record.
Stood on business. I love that.
Some more good pulls from platform 2. We love seeing the green. We love seeing the white lights.
Fast deadlift from Reese on platform 3.
Some more pretty big jumps on deadlift. We have a 7.5 kilo jump for Estella on platform 2. Platform 3 will get its love once they start inching towards the third attempts and we start seeing the bigger pulls. But so far they are very good on platform 3.
This is where people lose their voices.
Yeah.
The third attempt, or the second and third attempt deadlifts.
The cheering,
Cheering.
running on fumes.
There's that frog stance.
Juan
that you were mentioning
Torres for
earlier on
A&M.
platform
He's
2.
trying to look to help A&M out for the team score total, and he's going to reattempt on a 7.5 and a miss, but he hit his opener, so that's only 5 kilos. You can make up 5 kilos very easily on a deadlift.
That's true.
Oh, and we are starting the third attempts on platform 3. All you folks on platform 4, give us a little minute, and we'll be back with some
10
very
minutes.
nice deadlifts.
For some exciting deadlifts.
Definitely tune in for that 60 equipped kilogram battle, because we have a Northeastern lifter, we have a Louisiana Tech lifter, and we have a UTSA lifter, all vying for 1, 2, 3. So placement matters there for their teams' respective team scores, especially Louisiana Tech and Northeastern.
Here's Natalie looking to end off her day with 140
Another
Ps.
7.5 plus jumps into the third so far. Very confident deadlifts today. Strong wedge in the bar, and it's up.
Up.
Oh, can she lock it out? Can she lock it out? The bar is still moving.
She gets it.
If she gets the down command, I think that's a good lift. We'll have to see what the judges think.
What do the judges think? It's
And
a good lift.
And on business, she stood.
On business.
Looks like Chloe is not going to come out for her third attempt. Valiant effort. Still going to go 2 for 3 on the deadlifts. Very classy move, letting the clock run out.
Oh, an attempt change in progress, actually.
Oh. Is this for placement? This will move her to 21st.
Would be for placement.
Ian going for a 5 kilo jump on platform 1 with a 125 kilo bench. That is very close to a 300-pound bench.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
We're hitting the 260 mark for sure.
I think the magic number is 135 for 300, or 137 and a half.
Here's Manami getting set 145 Ps.
5 kilo jump for her third and final attempt here tonight. I like the hair matching the singlet. Game is game.
Game is game.
She's repping the A7 socks, I believe, as well, deadlift socks.
Dress good, lift good, feel good.
Phenomenal pull. Very nice. We are wrapping up bench on platform 1.
Chloe with a grinder on platform 3. Oh,
valiant attempt. Ian misses on strength, it looks like, but he still finishes 2 for 3 on bench with a 120 key bench. Now, mind you, these guys are still benching double body weight. These are double body weight benchers.
Some phenomenal numbers, right?
I think people underestimate how insane a 2 times body weight bench truly is. That is if you are 200 pounds benching 400.
Like, let's convert some numbers for you, right? 125 keys is 275 pounds. 60 keys is roughly around 125 pounds.
120
right?
and some change.
Yeah.
The hand mark for Brian on platform 2 with a 7.5 kilo jump.
Platform 3, Gene showing off his thumb ring.
Very nice pull from Brian. And he completes the lift. And the judges agree. Once again, the pink A7 singlet.
We got
Anna
a couple
lifters.
beltless lifters.
Third pull. 7.5 kilo jump for her.
Oh!
Good save by the back spotter.
She's nodding okay, so she is
good.
Fine. She's able to walk away from
Those are always scary, but, you know.
Definitely scary.
Emily Wilson trying to get revenge on her missed second with a 135 kilo pull. Looks good. And we are starting flight 2 on platform 2. Jocelyn is going to open with an 85 kilo deadlift to start us off. Very classy. Is that the all red SBD? Very nice. Ray with a 10 kilo jump on bench. That is a big jump on bench. So currently there are a lot of 56 lifters here tonight. There's also a lot of 60 kilo female lifters here.
Very stacked roster.
They're split into 2 sessions. So everybody on platform 2, if you win, just because you win a flight, you simply win your flight. That doesn't mean you win overall. So platform 2, I don't think whoever wins platform 2 at 56 is probably not winning the overall meet. The current top contenders for the 56 are in platform 3. So if that's what you're concerned about, platform 3 is going to have currently the very intense battle between Rivka and Vicky. Both have set American records. Vicky with the American record in the squat and Rivka in the American record in the bench. And they're going to be going toe-to-toe for the overall total win in the deadlift. But
no
still,
easy feat.
It is no easy feat to win your flight either. So still keep up with the 56s on platform 2. They're throwing up some great numbers.
Don't
Chase makes 127.5 look like air on platform 1.
RPE air.
He is an airbender. No, but for real. Yeah. So just because you win your flight or just because you win your platform doesn't mean you win the overall meet if your weight class is just that big.
We're just about wrapped up.
On bench with a 132.5 bench.
That's not the heaviest bench. We have one more after this.
That is still a phenomenal bench, though. That is when you're inching towards very, well, no, this is over the coveted 315 benchmark.
Is it?
I believe so, is it? Or that's not a green. I'm lying. I'm lying on stream. I think it is 290-something pounds, I believe. So it's just under 300, I think.
£292 to be exact.
A little bit of a long pause on the chest, but
oh, fight! Come
valiant fight, though.
on.
Elizabeth with 140 for her final pull, 2.5 on platform 3.
Let's go, Elizabeth.
Good pull. She has some very festive socks, too. Love to see the colorful socks.
And 140 keys being loaded on the bar for Daniel. stepping out for her final deadlift and also to wrap up her day.
Is that a 10-kilo jump I see?
That is 10-kilo jump.
Very nice.
Come on.
Lock it out. Smooth lockout. Very nice. And it looks like Daniel is going to come out for his 140 kilo pound bench attempt at 60 kilos, which is over double body weight.
I think we forgot to mention, this is an American record attempt.
Oh, it is in fact an American record attempt.
308 pounds.
308. Phenomenal.
Nice try from Lyra. Doesn't get the pull.
And good attempt from Daniel, but he still will finish with a 132.5 kilo bench.
And a fast deadlift from Kayla, 105 keys.
And Midland is still in first by about 9 points
with the
for equipped men's. Blue Mountain Christian not behind, the Aggies not far behind, and Hook'em Horns, Austin, University of Texas, not far behind their rivals, the Aggies. I'm not sure if the Texas A&M and University of Texas at Austin rivalry is a thing, but I'd assume so, considering there's a football rivalry.
I think there's something
there has to be some
sure,
rivalry.
For sure.
I don't know. Somebody confirm that for me later. Unless y'all are all friends, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry for inciting beef.
Or, you know,
good attempt.
It could make some interesting lore.
True. Still working on openers for platform 2. We have Noor coming out for a 112.5 kilo deadlift.
Platform 4 is 1 minute out from starting their deadlifts.
Pulling in the conventional style. Very nice. Makes easy work of our opener. Bella, 155 kilo increase. Easy work of it. Very nice pull to finish off her time here at CNATS. All right, folks, deadlifts are getting fired up on platform 4. For those of you just tuning back in, there is a heated battle going on for the 60s, and we also have a very strong 56 lifter, Griselda, who has already taken the record in the squat and the bench. I am wondering if she is going to go for a deadlift record as well.
With the way she's performing today, I think so.
I wonder if she's going to carry that momentum in. I mean, setting 2 American records in 2 events back-to-back has to. You have to think that the momentum is definitely carrying into the deadlift.
Of course, you know. Jenny
Reese coming 7.5 kilo jump for her final deadlift, rocking the pink A7 and the pink socks and the pink belt. Drip is drip.
Drip is drip. Game
from
recognizes
Virginia.
Game. Let's go, Reese.
Big pull, good attempt. She still finishes 2 for 3 on the deadlifts. And had a good overall meet, I'd say.
Yeah, solid meet for Reese.
Equipped lifting starting for from University of Louisiana.
Camille.
Solid opener. Still working on opener deadlifts on platform 2, 4, and 3. And we have an LSU lifter coming up, Madeline, for her 105 opener. So the battles to watch out for are definitely the equipped 60s on platform 4 in the second flight, and the second flight on platform 3 of the 56s.
Raws. Yep.
Of the Raws.
flying opener from Katie.
Very speedy. Now, a problem with some people's deadlifts, if you have a very wide sumo stance, you may run into a problem if you simply pull it too fast and then get some downward motion at the top, or you can't keep it locked out. We saw that last session. But yeah, so that is a very real risk for people who just simply are used to pulling such heavy weight that when they pull a lighter weight at that much force,
it whips them.
Comes up and then whips.
Yeah.
Hopefully that happens to nobody here today. Trinity making easy work of 125. Olivia,
So
conventional pull. A&M lifter looking to help them with their team score. Once again, though, all these team scores are just day one. There's still a lot of lifting left. And if you thought today was exciting, the rest of the days are going to be just as exciting. I don't know if we're going to see as many American records.
Oh,
hopefully we do.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see just as much.
Very fast opener from Megan on platform 3. Very fast openers all around on all the platforms. Platform 2, though, speedy, moving on to the second attempts already. 7.5 kilo jump for Vivian. She makes easy work of it.
Nod of approval from her as well. You can hear LSU cheering on. At least me and Kaiser can. Here's Ava from LSU.
She's looking to lock in her total and ensure that she completes the meet. That's the real big thing about the opener deadlift. You've worked so hard to get to the opener deadlift, you want to make sure you really hit the opener. And then your total is solidified. Because like we were saying earlier, if you do not hit that opener deadlift, your American records or your previous total, they don't count anymore.
Yes.
You get a 0, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, and then you don't get to walk away with a golf total.
You do not. Now some people here are pulling for raw nats. Not sure who they are, but there are definitely some people out here who are still trying to qualify for that Raw Nationals meet. Or they're qualifying it on the opener. So, see, like we said, some people are just using this as a stepping stone to get to Raw Nats with those insane totals. So Raw Nats is currently is the pinnacle of what you can do in the USAPL. And, well, people thought it wasn't competitive enough, and boy, is Raw Nationals competitive now. The totals are, I think they're almost 100 kilos over what these CNATS totals are. And people really want to go to the USAPL Raw Nats. If you're a powerlifter, you want to go to Raw Nats.
So much so that when registration opened up at midnight, I forgot what day it was, but when it opened up at midnight, it filled up in a matter of hours.
Exactly, and it'll probably happen again soon here. All these people trying to qualify after Raw Nats, the second they hit their totals, they are going to be rushing to their phones to get their registration in. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Everybody who already registered, because you can still pre-register, so you can register without the qualifying total.
You can pre-register, but hopefully not too many people had to send that unfortunate email of where they had to withdraw.
Exactly, so if you signed up, hopefully you were very confident in your ability to hit this total. So, but yeah, no, Raw Nats is the big one. CNATS is very cool, but if you want to see the best of the open lifters, because there's not that many open lifters here unless they're grad students, then you're gonna see, because everybody here is considered a junior for the most part, junior lifters. But if you want to see the opens, all the big guys and girls, Raw Nats is the place to be.
For sure.
And you can also see the younger generation at the teen Raw Nats. Very interesting. Got a little bit froggy on platform 2 with the over-under.
Froggy with the mix, and also gripping the smooth.
That is true. Some people swear by it. I mean, some of the biggest pullers, like Joe Bornstein, he pulls on the smooth. Some people swear by it. Yeah, that kind of brings us back to the grip, though. There's two main grips. I know we're a little bit deep in the deadlifts, but some people pull what's called hook grip, and then some people pull what's called over-under. Or mixed grip.
Or mixed, yeah. I feel like people are starting to dive a little bit deeper into the mix, you know. There are people who will grip the mix deep into their palms, but another one is where they'll grip it right in their fingertips.
Yeah.
Kind of mixing that hook and mix kind of feel.
You want to talk about real science-based. That hook grip is science-based. You're trying to maximize pressure on a single point. That's the whole. If you you can put more pressure in the ground wearing a high heel than an elephant's foot can.
True.
That's a science-based lifter.
But in my head, my thumb goes owie and I let go of the bar.
Yeah. I will say though, you typically see less fails on a mixed grip.
That's true.
The hook grip can cause a little bit of issues sometimes. I feel like it's very hard to fail on a tried and true mixed grip. If you've been doing it for a while, it's very hard to miss.
But when you get it right, you get it right.
But when you get when you get hook grip right, it does allow you to have your arms a little bit longer, and it allows you to have a little bit more of a balanced position all the way through, and you don't have to worry about the bicep tear.
Oh yeah.
The scary bicep tear or the muscle imbalance.
Knock on wood, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, knock on wood. I am a mixed grip puller, so.
I've heard horrid stories.
Still working on our openers on 3 and 4. Looks like we're gonna get started on platform 1 here shortly. Should be very exciting for y'all tuning in on platform 1. Everybody here just trying to make sure their totals are safe by hitting their openers.
Solid deadlift from Chloe on platform 2. She feels confident after that. I knew that something was wrong after that deadlift. It's all right.
And Rivka is up with an American raw record. So the battle between Rivka and Vicky is starting on platform 3 for the winner of the 56 women's.
363 pounds as Rivka's opener.
As an opener. And her new record that she just set is about to be loaded again by Vicky. So Vicky is still chasing second, but you never know. If these deadlifts neck and neck.
You never know.
So Vicky has chipped by 2.5, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. Chipping the American record here.
So Rivka is currently placed in first, and Vicky is trailing in second. Rivka's current total is 423.5 kilos.
But I think if Vicky keeps on pulling,
keeps the pressure.
Keeps on applying that pressure to Rivka. Who knows? Maybe Rivka might crumble here.
And Griselda is in fact going for an American record at 56 equipped.
Crazy.
She is going. After she hits this, she has taken obviously the win. I don't think anybody will be coming close. But she will also have set an American record in the squat, in the bench, and the deadlift, in the equipped. That's how you really come out and show out at a meet. Vicky making quick work of 167.5. Very quick on the deadlift, and the judges agree.
That's a new American record.
And Griselda with the American record, with the aggressive belt flick. She is hype. She knows she stood on business.
Business she stood on.
And that puts her total, I believe. Oh, I can't find it. It's very high, though. I'll tell you that much. It's up there. It's a very big total. Oh, it puts her total at 496 kilos. For those at home. For those at home, Griselda is currently 51 kilos ahead of second place.
Oh.
Only 51 kilos. Nothing much.
Nah.
She came in and dominated. But needless to say.
You listen, you say all this now, but you never know.
Exactly. Second place, Aaliyah is still could pull something crazy. But to just show you how competitive the 56 is, Aaliyah is currently 30 kilos above third place. So first and second are all three of these lifters are truly just insane. It just shows you how competitive 56 equipped is.
Right, of course.
It also just shows how competitive everybody here is.
I just know the mindset to everyone is win. That's it.
Exactly. And by that, it doesn't mean winning the whole meet. It means beating yourself. Beating your previous total, beating some mark you have set for yourself. There's various ways to win.
Winning comes in all
here.
forms.
Exactly.
I think for some, winning is just coming here.
Exactly. For me, that's what it would be.
That would have been me.
That the win is getting the chance to lift here.
It's all right, you know.
Next year. We still have some great pulls though. Coming up, A&M lifter here, Olivia on platform 4.
Snappy pull from Hunter, starting us off on platform 1.
12.5 kilo jump for Olivia on platform 4. I just wish I knew what lifters were trying to qualify for raw nats. Which lifts are like more hype or not, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I guess all the lifts are hype, but you know, the ones that are for something, like a total,
a bit more meaningful.
a bit more meaningful.
Right. But you'll see, the emotions truly come out on the third
attempts. Heartbreak or happiness, you know. Euphoria, yeah. LSU lifter Ava, 10 kilo jump, going into her second. And we are on thirds on platform 2. I think we have been.
Yeah. Tommy.
As we approach these thirds, some American records are bound to be getting loaded.
Tommy decided to take the 2.5 kilo increase after
missing.
Failed.
So interesting. Must have been a strength, or must have been oh, maybe it was tech. I mean, that looks like a very good deadlift. We'll see what the judges think. She stuck with it.
She did.
Two
and it's a
white
good
lights,
lift.
that's all that matters. We're working on openers at platform 1 right now. Everybody's just trying to make sure they are safe. Their total secured, and they have completed the bare minimum to have their total secured at a national level meet. Amanda with a quick pull.
Here's my 157.5 keys for her second attempt.
Little picture in the back. I'm not sure what it is.
I can't tell what it is either.
Something funny, I assume.
Yeah.
7.5 kilo jump for May. Makes easy work of 157.5 on platform 3.
Great little banter.
Mariah on platform 2, 5 kilo jump. This is her third and final pull of the night. And she makes easy work of 115 to finish off her night. Let's see what the judges think. All good. Way to finish it off. It must feel great going 3 for 3 in the deadlift.
I wouldn't know what it's like.
Me neither.
Fast deadlift.
But especially on the national stage, it's got to feel great. Alicia with a 10 kilo jump. Very impressive. Going on to her third.
And then platform 2 is just nearing the end of its session today, as deadlifts are wrapping up. Don't forget to stick around for the awards ceremony, which will be hosted on platform 3.
And additionally, if you do want to watch the awards, you might as well go ahead and start watching platform 3 after platform 2 concludes to watch the rest of the battle between the 56 lifters.
56 raw women's
lifters.
Here's Shreyas lining
Local.
up for his 167.5 key deadlift.
Repping the A7 blue singlet. Dark blue. I don't think I've seen anybody else repping the dark blue A7.
Did
Oh.
he change singlets?
No, I think he's had the same one on. It's very subtle. I like it, though.
Oh, with the blue on
With
pink?
the blue, yeah. Very robotic setup.
It's a cotton candy kind of.
Speedy. Oh, maybe a little bit of downward motion at the top right there. Oh, no, good lift.
Good lift.
Kim with a solid, not Kim, I think that was Nora with a solid deadlift on platform 2. Still working on seconds on the third and fourth platforms. We'll be getting to those third deadlifts soon. Chloe with her third and final pull of the night.
Let's finish strong here, Chloe.
5 kilo jump. Very nice.
Speedy deadlift from Chloe.
Notice she's repping the prong belt. Some people really do like the prong belt. A little bit of showmanship there.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Kiss to the camera, kiss to the fans.
Saul opening up at 172.5 on platform 1. There we go. There's that froggy action.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was a conventional pull at the end there. Got the cross on the chest.
I think that's another classic.
The cross.
Yeah, the cross.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many chalk crosses. Normally you see them on the knee sleeves or the singlets, but I suppose Jenny going for her final pull. She missed 125, but she's going up 2.5 kilos on platform 2. And she makes easy work of 127.5. That's a way to finish right there. Let's see what the judges think. And she hits.
From Jenny.
Good way to finish.
Get hype as we get wrapped up for platform 2. 127.5
final
keys.
2 pulls.
Final 2 pulls.
Of the 56 Raw women's on platform 2 of Flight B.
286 pounds for carrying
Approaching
from
300. I think that's going to be there. She's had a good meet so far. Can break it off the ground. Very good attempt for her. Great day of lifting overall. She had a very good squat and bench earlier.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe. Rebecca going with a 10-kilo jump for the final in the pink A7 knee sleeve, or singlet, my bad. This is the final pull of platform 2.
Come on, Rebecca.
Flight B. Big pull. And
Lock it
she
out.
hits. We'll see what the judges think, but I think she hit. And she hits. Vicky on platform 3 with a very fast 180-kilo pull, which is a new American record.
That's how you end off your
Everybody
day.
on platform 2. Once again, if you want to see the awards ceremony, tune in to platform 3 in a little bit if you don't feel like watching. If not, watch the exciting 56-kilo battle between Vicky and Rivka on platform 3 while you wait for the awards ceremony. For those leaving and checking out, have a great rest of the day. And thank you for viewing.